with that, let's just jump into it. Uh, let's see. Recaparoo. Oh yeah, in fact, music. I may as well play it. So, you guys were trudging back into the mines at the start of the last session, back into the Lords of the Labyrinth, where you followed the tracks left by the retreating tribes members of Garves, who were taking cover from a recent attack from a scouting rock demon force, presumably from Kragglesta, which you guys found out later. Um, you found them, and just before they started tearing your people to pieces, you engaged them. It was a hard fought fight, but with a combination of their screeching and espousal of spores poisoning you and constantly stunning you each round, you managed to take him out. The tribe were super grateful, and going back to their encampment with a couple of their dead, the leader Brook, he took initiative and ordered his people to get ready to leave and move on to somewhere maybe safer. Definitely further away from Gragosta. He then had words with the party, offering a special magical trinket as a reward from his own neck, a wolf's headed amulet, which I believe Atara took, and if the rest of you don't know, it grants, you don't have to attune to it, and it grants advantage on perception checks.
Damn.
It's pretty neat. After asking about you guys' purpose, um, he insisted Garv join the cause, lending his axe to it as to increase your odds and devote his time to defending the tribe. Um, Krago was also kinda. He wanted to join too, but Brooke just said he'd give him a wee spanking if he disobeyed him like that.
Wait.
But anyways, uh, as these exchanges were happening inside of his tent, you guys were interrupted with an ambush of what appeared to be cloaked men armed to the teeth, and one of you recognized them, or a couple of you did actually, as the Zentarum, a faction of hired mercs, assassins, and smugglers. They were led by Morista Malkin, who was of a different faction, the Emerald Enclave. Uh, she recognized Bosner, as her and a couple of her companions were on riding lizards, and exchanged words about what's been going down for the past 2 months, basically, since they left Gonalgrim. You guys shared information. She told you she was on an ambassadorial mission to Gragosta to hopefully join forces against the oncoming demons. But obviously, you guys told her, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Gragosta's done. You guys are no longer members of Gragosta Police Department. It's been abolished. But whilst this was all going on, Isha was garnering some attention by a couple of Zent thugs and questioning him over where he found the brooch he was wearing, which tied his cape together. They seemed to intend on informing on him with a keen perception check and report to a Davra, they mentioned. Despite some minor hostilities between them, with Isha and Ebkis, things never escalated beyond threats. Finally, you guys had another issue to solve. The Knolls. What are you gonna do with the Knolls? After they explained they had nowhere to go, surely travelling with the party would slow the party down and perhaps get them killed, as you guys have a penchant for running headlong into danger and they were pretty useless. And also, they generally hunted in packs, small game and such. One of them was a pacifist, the other one a coward. Basically, they were doomed if you left them on their own. So, you suggested that maybe they could join the tribe. Garv had a word with his friend Bold, another drow elf. And basically put in a good word for them, saying how they helped you guys out, and he, after a couple of not so great persuasion checks, eventually caved and was like, alright, I'll see what I can do, but no promises, and went to speak to Brooke about it. As they left, the factions all went their separate ways. You guys were left. Garv, before they left, you had some parting words, spent the last hours with your wife and daughter, Ruby and Pebble. Finally, though, the tribe and the Enclave left. You didn't want to stay too long in the proximity of a now demon-riddled Gragglesta. Started heading north, northeast, as the others sort of went northwest. And onward to Blingdenstone, you decided, with Garv leading the way. And since I can't really remember the survival check, I'll say, for the sake of this, you guys, I believe it wasn't too bad.
It was an 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, could be worse. That was with advantage too, right? Because you have a map. Well, you had it upside down to begin with.
I mean, it would still have been 11, because 11 was the higher roll.
Yeah. Okay. So you start traveling in that general direction, northeast. I mean, you guys kinda know, with your compass along with it, you kinda know where you're going. But as you begin to travel, the music might give you a bit of a hint of what's coming up.
Wait, where are we going?
Well,
We're going to buy things.
yeah. Okay, so we'll come back to you guys. As you begin traveling, this is probably a good shout for you guys to decide on anything you want to do before you head out, what you're doing, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got nothing.
If there's nothing, then you guys can continue on the path you're going.
I have something.
Okay.
Master Dwarf.
Oh yeah, there's two dwarves in your party. Which one?
Father Master Dwarf. Do you have more of those tasty mushrooms?
Me? You want mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
I have, I think, a couple. Oh, yeah, I've got 3 bigwig and 3 pygmy worts.
May I take some?
I'll give you 1 of each.
Blessings, sir. You know, if you want to follow the light, you can always tell me.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
I think I've made it pretty clear. Follow something else.
Yeah, you see dangling around his neck, the hammer symbol of Thor, and you know, you have knowledge of like good aligned.
He is,
Well-
air quotes, a cleric.
Yeah. Clerics don't necessarily have to heal.
I do fucking heal.
Oh shit.
You also whacked with magic.
Whack. Everyone is whack in this bar now. Except for Napkin. He's not whack enough.
Use more slice with the Dawnbringer.
I got a new whacker.
He's more like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Eldridge Blast.
So
Simple, man.
anything else as you guys are about to head out?
Nah.
Can we just have like a long rest?
Well, we'll get to that in a
Just
sec.
quickly.
No, I've not got anything.
You guys have got a little bit of day in you. You could loiter around if you want. But bearing in mind you are near a bunch of the maze and Gragglesta, just letting you know.
Chuckle, we're in danger.
So there is a risk. I would roll for an encounter if you guys want to hang around.
Let's just go.
All I hear is XP, so.
Depends, there's an encounter table.
100.
Speaks in numbers.
Could be another band of goblins that would just kill in one fucking fell swoop. Well, it might not be.
Because it's too nice to come at Jane's side.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Iron
we
Veer
don't have
2.0.
Iron Beer anymore. So.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's
everyone
the
has committed
genocidal
genocide so far.
maniac.
Everyone who's committed genocide so far is dead.
Damn, yeah, you guys were like a neutral, leaning towards evil party, I'm not gonna lie. But you've
Murder
you
hobos.
fixed it, yeah, kinda.
Fix it by killing the people who kill everyone. Okay.
Right.
Alright. So,
we go.
you guys begin to move out. We've got an interesting encounter coming up for you. As you move onwards, you're getting a bit turned around with Garv leading the way. Sometimes you see him like awkwardly tilting his head and you're not sure he knows exactly what way he's taking you. You're getting a bit worried. But at this point you guys are just like, go in the opposite direction where all the demons are right now. Just go that way. So as you start heading that way, you come into the like vast open wilderness of these huge ginormous caverns. You can't see the ceilings, you can't see completely to either side of you with the dim sort of bluish glow of fungus all around, and up ahead you see the faint blue flickering of flames, and as you proceed towards it, it's a familiar sight to half of the party. Well, not really, holy shit. Actually, it's only familiar to you, Bosner. Why is everyone
Yeah.
dead? Oh my god. Bosner,
There's so much pressure.
you've seen, yeah, no, it's all on you, man. You're the link. So as you start approaching, you see a hooded man adorning
What are you buying?
on a backpack with a purple bandana. Although you're not sure if he is a man, and he approaches with a large carrying crawler, a huge centipede-like creature you've come across a couple of times, although it's tamed, and it has on it, it's basically like a pack mule, it's got a bunch of shit on it, and he's obviously adorning lots of wares. And Bosner, you're like, oh yeah, it's this guy.
Oh, it's this guy. He sold us the cup.
Oh god. Rip Muggy.
Muggy.
Don't bring it up.
I'm not gonna bring it up. Not at all.
I'll have Shade to hi, so it doesn't get eaten from the bug.
Okay. Yeah. So you probably have a decent enough bond to give it basic commands. So yeah, you tell the owl to start circling above, but not too far so that you can't see it, or it might just get nabbed by something in the air above. But to save
But
time.
just high enough that it's out of reach.
Yeah. I wonder if I can copy and paste this for you guys. Just to save some time, I'll post the shopping stuff in the D&D chat, the special items he has. But as you approach, he's just like, ah, strangers, welcome. What are you buying?
What do you got,
Fucking
strange
yeah.
man?
And he uploads in the D&D chat a list of the magical items he has, but as well as that, he has various other miscellaneous items, basic items, anything you could probably think of. You know, he's got like basic bows, basic arrows, you know, all the usual shit. If you want a description of some of this stuff, I can tell you guys.
What's the adamantine armor?
Oh boy. Here we go.
He says, ah, that's one of the hardest substances. Well, he can't tell you this. He says, it'll protect you real good. But basically, the
Right.
mechanics of it are, if you wear this armor, any crits become normal when they hit
Oh,
you.
that's cool. Might be handy.
What's your name there?
Opie.
What's the Eye of Charming?
That is what you see is a crystal lens, like a monocle. He tells you whilst you're wearing it, you can spend one of the 3 charges to cast a charm person spell on a humanoid.
Okay.
within 30 feet, and it regains its charges
Okay.
at dawn. I can just tell you what everything does. I can just read it off.
Whoa, this guy sells equals 2 arrows. That's hell good.
Equals. Oh,
Yeah.
it does only 2 damage.
Every time though. That's how you.
Yeah, no
That's
matter what,
considered.
2 damage.
That's what you-
Great for torture.
600 gold for 10 of them.
Yep.
Worth it.
But basically,
Uh,
you see the Berserker Great Axe. It's a +1 Great Axe. In fact, is there any? Well, you guys tell me what you're interested in. It might save me reading shit you're not interested
Just the armor. I've got 18 AC just now with that plate mail.
Yeah.
Would that
Can I make a
boost
perception
that
check?
at all?
Sorry, wasn't. Would it boost? What's your AC just now?
18. Would it still be 18? But just with the crit thing?
So you got plate. Well, the adamantine is any medium or heavy, so he has adamantine plate.
Right. Okay.
So it'd give you the same AC, but crits would nullify on you.
Pretty much.
It's a lot of money though.
I just got paid.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And you would still have 100 gold.
One
It would
many
be
cash.
the 500 plus the base cost for plate, which is like. I don't know.
1500.
Is it?
Yep.
Damn.
Holy shit!
Well, that's how much it costs. Or you can go for a cheaper medium or heavy armor, and it'd be adamantine.
damn, boy.
Anyone? Anything else want? Anything?
Looking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think
Can I
about
make a
this.
perception check?
Hey, Grav, look at this battle axe.
You wanna make a what check
I have one.
A perception check.
to perceive
Yeah,
what?
this is Berserker's battle axe.
Anything unusual?
Like a mug. Like speaks.
Okay. There's a cape, which you don't have to make a check. He's got these openly. There's a cape which smells of brimstone as you guys get closer. Whilst you wear it, he tells you can cast dimension doors in action once a day.
What?
Whoa.
Debs.
Noddy!
It's called Cape of Mountebank.
Sorry.
Oh,
second?
okay.
4K, guys.
The longsword, the flame tongue longsword, you speak its command word, flames erupt, kind of like Dawnbringer, sheds light, and whilst it's a blaze, it deals an extra. Oh, sorry, it is a blade which goes on fire, so you can use it without igniting it. But when you do ignite it, it deals 2d6 extra fire damage.
It's a longsword.
It's a better Dawnbringer.
It's,
It is a bird.
and Dawnbringer's better in this situation against undead, I think. Does more damage.
What about
True.
Berserker's Great Axe?
+1 axe, and while you're attuned, your hit point maximum increases by 1 for each level you have. Also, whenever a hostile damages you, whilst you own the axe, basically he tells you if you get hit whilst attuned to the axe, it can send you into a Berserker's Rage. But it's a +1 axe and it ups your hit points. So if you're level like 13, you get 13 extra hit points.
That's pretty cool.
He also
the
sells
razors
potions of healing if you're interested.
I am.
Absolutely.
I will post those in the chat, how much he has. These are the ones he has.
I want one.
And he has, I'll tell you how much, where they are. That's what they heal.
No pricing.
And here's the pricing, and that's,
Oh.
the number is how many he has of each.
Oh shit.
I want a regular one.
Okay, 1 regular healing potion, so he's down to 5, and that's 50 gold.
Okay.
So just a regular healing potion.
I take 1 normal and 1 greater.
Yeah, because I don't
Alright,
have
300
I
gold.
don't really have money.
Same for me, sir.
Okay.
One small and one greater.
300.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll tell you the animated shield's a really interesting one. You attune
Enlighten me.
to it, and while you hold the shield, you can speak its command word to cause it to animate. It leaps into the air, hovers in your space, and protects you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free.
Well, that's handy.
It remains
Oh,
animated for 1 minute.
Ah,
Sir, and I have an offer. Sir.
He says, "No special offers."
Jesus, it's 25k.
He says,
Too late to be can't buy.
he says, "But if there's anything you're selling, I'll buy it at a high price."
What do we got?
You'll buy
I
you'll buy
have.
gems and various items of value off you at the base
Do
value.
you want the stuff?
What do you show
Yeah,
him?
very model.
Get in the line.
Spider
I'm trying to
staff
speak.
of Nizar.
Nesnar.
Yeah, that one.
You show it to him and
Shillelagh.
he says, let me have a look. And you hand it over. Let's see. Spider Staff of Nesnar. It is... It doesn't tell me the rarity. Spider Staff of Nesnar.
That's so rare it is, you just don't know how to rare.
Yeah, I didn't rate it in for some reason.
That's so rare that it's not there.
What the fuck? Why is this thing? Maybe he's here. Nesnar. Oh no, that's a monster, obviously named after it. Bruh. Alright, I'm just gonna read it and make a judgment on how much he wants for it.
Potions have weight, by the way.
Roll a dice.
Yeah, like not much weight though.
Yeah, it's like 0.1 pounds, I think.
Okay, he says, I'll buy it for 500 gold pieces. A high price, if I do say so myself.
Are you sure? Because this one can make you cast spells.
He says, don't push your luck. And then chuckles. But I can't do the laugh. It's too iconic.
One nipple.
Okay,
So if you hand that,
I'll get the 500.
alright, it takes 500 for your spider staff.
And while he's laughing, Garth's just gonna awkwardly because he's terrified.
He'll tell you the crystal ball, very rare item, tells you can cast a scrying spell with it and divine on creatures and people. The bracers of defense, he will tell you, give you a +2 to your AC if you're wearing them and using no shield, and it doesn't count as armored.
Only if you don't have a shield.
Almost as
Problem
if it was
is-
tailored for
Donnie.
someone. Yeah.
Problem is, can I wear them?
They are made of like metal, so probably not.
No, I can't.
Wristwear.
No, don't let it go to God.
Yeah, you guys are welcome to pull your resources together and help each other out, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your
Fuck
money.
that.
I believe that's all the main magical items, but there's also like basic shit. There's basic weapons. If you want another longsword, you can buy +1 weapons. He has almost any martial weapon +1. And
Any?
yeah, well, you tell me. What are you
Almost.
looking for?
A longbow.
Oh no, he doesn't have a longbow.
Fuck.
Like I'm talking like swords, axes, flails.
Shield?
He doesn't have a +1 shield. That's armor.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I'll reach into my bag
+1 shield's like hella rare. Yeah.
and I whip out a big lump of black rock.
Okay.
A magical black rock.
Is this the obsidian from that fucking obelisk?
You know it.
Alright. You fill out some black rock.
Why have you brought out coal?
This is not coal, this is magic.
Fucking nice, dude.
Straight up.
Nice.
Magic.
Expertly bartered.
I don't even need to roll on that. This is magical.
Are you trying to convince the merchant?
Just
Wondering
trying to
if he's
convince
interested.
He's just waiting. He's not saying anything. He's waiting for you guys to make an offer as you guys peruse his wares. He's got his coat open, and you can see.
And I
he's got
was
stuff in his
pretty.
coat.
I was
I
pretty.
think
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'll buy some diamond gems.
Okay. How many? And what sort of quality?
Spell quality? I don't know.
I mean, if you're looking for a specific spell, he has basically smaller diamonds which are worth 500 each, or larger ones which are worth 1,000 each.
Okay, I'll take a 500 one.
Alright, 500.
Just to be clear, you can add them up. Like, it doesn't have to be one
If you,
diamond.
yeah, if
1000 GP.
if your spell says diamond worth 1,000, it can be 2 500s.
Right, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll take a 500.
Cool.
Balance.
I wish they just put sizes instead of value.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like. I'm gonna do that like, sort of next time, next campaign or whatever. I'm gonna tweak a few rules.
Lots of gems.
How much would a +1 dagger be?
+1 dagger. 300.
You have Dawnbringer, motherfucker.
He says.
Yeah, but everyone's got a little knife on them.
He says, for you as a first-time customer, I'll give it up for 200 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, no, okay, fuck that. I'll stick to the lightsaber, thank you.
I
How
go
much
to
is Dawnbringer worth?
No,
How much is Dawnbringer worth? Anyone know?
it's a very good question.
It's worth a lot to me.
No, it's not.
Dawnbringer is funny. It's nice.
I was also one of my best friend's sword, but don't mind that.
Best
Yeah.
friend.
Listen to the drow.
Are you presenting it to sell?
Oh hell no.
Okay.
I whisper it in Isha's ear. I'm like, if you sell that magic rock for a lot of money, could you buy Garvel's bracelet?
Regretting giving away that 600 gold now, huh?
I'm a man. I am man of word. Regrettably.
I'll wave the magic rock in front of his eye. Well, offer it, see if he is interested.
He says, he takes
What
it.
are you buying?
He takes it and his eyes glimmer with the blue light, and he says, 1 silver piece.
Ah,
Is that enough to buy the bracelets? Is it 25? Is it 2,500 copper? Or 2,500 silver?
Not quite.
Oh no.
Is that the best offer you have?
Aye.
okay, pleasure doing business. See you later.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really stand here and help you try to bar a fucking rock.
Yeah. So you guys are not interested. Well, either can't afford or not interested in anything else.
Feels poor, man.
Can't afford it, is that?
Gold's nice sometimes, even in the Underdark.
What's the eyes of Charmin?
Basically it's a monocle and it lets you cast Charm Person 3 times. Well, it has 3 charges which regain at dawn. It's like a little,
Oh.
Which
little
is
Monopoly
no
Man
use to me
monocle.
because I do have Charm Person as a spell, so.
Is it my spell DC or is it as a separate?
As a separate one, DC 13.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait, have I made handouts for this shit?
My DC is 6.
Do you have to attune to it?
Let's see.
That sounds a very...
Question, son.
Yep, you have to attune to it.
Let me check something then.
Okey-doke.
Fucking hell. I probably should have read this a lot better
You
sooner.
reading?
The hand there from Staff of Charming.
Yeah, I had a look at it recently too.
I only really looked at the first paragraph, not the fucking second one. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Thank you very much.
How many potions are there left?
Okay.
I'll tell you just now. There
I took
are
one greater.
three regular, 2 greater, 2 superior, and 1 supreme. Which you can
How
see
many
in the
greater?
tables. How many greater left? There's 2, and that'd be 500 gold for both of them altogether.
Can I get one?
You already had one.
But not greater, just not.
Yeah.
Oh.
2. Oh, you. Oh, she's asking you. Okay, so do you cough up the golds?
I'll do that, and I buy the Eyes of Charming as well.
Alrighty. So that's 500 plus the eyes, which is 300.
3.
So 800 gold
Okay.
altogether. Rich boy over here.
Does he have poison, by any chance?
If you ask, he'll ask what kind are you looking for.
Hey, I have
Spider poison.
You want some poison?
I can give you spider poison.
I'll sell you poison.
God.
I definitely
I'm
can.
sure you've been trying to hawk that poison vial since Gonogrim did.
A vial of poison. That's it, so it says.
Yeah.
On the label.
It's just got a skull and crossbones.
Okay,
I don't-
so he says he does have spider poison if you want to buy some vials of it.
Oh, yeet. How
Jordan.
much is it?
He says 5 gold piece for a vial.
How many vials does he have?
I think it's like a dozen. You can see he opens his coat and he's got like jingle jangle jingle. They're all in like little.
It's on the
beakers.
other side. He
Yeah.
lifts his left hand this
Yeah,
time.
yeah, he pulls out the other side of his coat.
A dozen.
Yep.
Well, you tell me, how much would I need for one?
For what?
5 gold pieces.
Five per vial.
For one
They aren't that potent, he'll tell you.
quantity of...
Spider poison.
Dry
isn't super
poison.
potent.
Jordan.
Yeah.
A spider poison coming from giant spiders.
It can do. It depends. There's different poisons for different spiders. But yeah. It's harvested
Just
from
saying
their
that if
venom
I
glands.
shape into a giant spider from time to time, you can have your poison.
It doesn't work like that. You can't milk druid forms. You can't like
Sure you
morph into, you
can.
can't morph into a cow and then get milk.
Why not?
Because it breaks the game. That's why.
Hey, I think... No, it sounds reasonable.
Garv just stands there and he's like, that's a weird flex, but okay.
Like transforming into beasts so you can harvest their body parts just doesn't seem mechanically correct.
That seems very out of your like.
Yeah.
It's something that I expel from my body, technically.
Wait,
Like I expel shit from ass.
Yeah.
alright, I'll take the dozen.
Oh fuck. Okay. So that'd be 60 gold for 12 spider poison.
I'll keep an all that.
Yeah, don't break them.
12 vials of spider poison.
Okay. Anything else, lads and lasses?
Can't believe he's not interested in my rock.
Not for me.
Sorry, my mineral.
Don't worry.
As I
You want
as I
poison as
does
well?
train on the Dawnbringer, he looks at it.
Don't
Just ask how much it's worth.
me.
Ask him how much it's worth.
No, don't.
How much would this be worth?
He puts his hand out to grab a hold of it, and as you pass it over, his eyes glint with that blue color again. And he goes, my, oh. He says, I'd be willing to lay down 50,000 gold pieces for this.
Ding ding ding!
How much?
50k.
Damn, Grant.
Okay, so
This is a very rare find. Once in a lifetime.
I'll whisper to Abkis in Inferno. Don't give it to him. It might be useful.
No one's currently attuned to it, right?
I'm into it.
Oh, you are.
I turned to the party, I'm like, was this not a weapon from your fallen comrade? It is shameful you would think to sell it, and not keep it as a memento of his stupidity.
You wouldn't know,
And you hear in your mind,
I'm not thinking of
Mr.
selling it.
Player.
and
Pure
you hear,
curiosity.
you hear in your mind, Evkis, the voice of Dawnbringer ring true, saying,
What the fuck, dude?
Jesus, I am not a mere trinket to be traded at a bazaar. My destiny lies in the hands of those who slay evil.
I agree with the sword.
Can I like think back to Dawnbringer? Is that how this works?
Think back to what, like, try and remember. what-
Respond.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, you can respond. Well, you kind of have to, like. I think you can respond telepathically when you're attuned to it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, a couple of times.
yep, you can do that.
Well, I think back and I just say, I know you're not a trinket, but one must state one's curiosity. And I say to the shopkeeper, or whatever the fuck his name is,
The merchant.
if you won't mind, I'd like to take it back.
The merch.
He hands it over, and he says, "Very well then."
Is that us? We good?
Okay.
They have something.
Here we go.
I couldn't even carry 50 grand.
I don't think any of us can carry that.
He would give you
His-
in like platinum and shit, but G gold pieces is just easy for everyone for like
Yeah.
scale.
His eyes lit up blue when he touched my rock.
Yep.
I'll offer to trade this rock for that piece of rope.
Piece of rope.
Rope. What is it? Oh, the cape.
He says, "Unfortunately, it's enchanted, stranger. Very hard to tear.
Lucky for you.
Reinforced."
So is this rock. This 5-kilogram piece of rock.
Yeah, he
It's pure magic.
just stares at you with a blankness. Doesn't say anything.
Yikes. Do you want some giant toenails?
He says, "Best be on my way then. Pleasure doing business."
Cheerio.
And he starts walking off with his little blue torch, lighting his path, and with his carrying crawler, moving on with him. And
Goodbye, creepy man.
I'm just gonna lightly pat Dawnbringer on my way. It's like, there, little sword.
she says, "Do not even entertain the notion again, or you might have an unfortunate accident."
Well, that isn't very cash money of you.
That was a joke.
Well, I thought it was funny.
It was a good joke.
And then she says, "Unless you're of evil intent."
Of course he is. He's the devil.
Sven's sitting nervous.
Alright, so you guys move onwards. You guys push on, and it gets to the point, hours down this path, traveling through the silent wilds of the Underdark, where it's time to rest up for the night. And you manage to rest up and feel
And I'm gonna do my thing at the night.
okay, yeah, stick it in chat just so everyone can see you.
I'll be resting, like full rest.
Well, that's up to you guys. But it's getting that time where you guys can push on, and it's about if you're traveling to Blingdenstone from where you are, it's about a week's travel on foot, and if you want to push onward through another half day, you can do that and possibly take exhaustion. So like for every extra half day on top of what you're already traveling, you take exhaustion.
No, I want to rest.
So we rest every other day. Cause you get so if you walk for like a day and a half and then rest, you remove the exhaustion. Yeah.
Well, I think you fucking looked at me. I'm just pulling this in my ass, but something like that. It's like every extra X amount of hours you travel on top of your require like sort of daily amount, you start getting exhaustion points. I don't know if it's half a day or if it's like a couple hours or what, but something like along those lines.
Okay.
I think we should rest.
We should probably rest.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Alright, and as you guys settle down for the night, a couple of new companions in tow, reeling from your labyrinth escapades, you settle down, and you see that Atara's sort of well, what does it look like, I guess, from their perspective for you? You can tell them what it looks like.
I guess I'm just meditating before sleeping.
Yeah. You see her like meditating, and this sphere, this glimmering sphere sort of apparates around you guys slowly. And sort of dims, almost camouflages around you, kind of mimicking its surroundings. And you guys get a bonus to stealth checks and perception checks when you're inside the sphere, and any light won't escape the sphere. So if you want to have a campfire, anything like that.
A tiny house too about.
Is anybody cold?
I
Go
can
for
make
it.
a
Scarf
campfire.
is naked.
Go for it. Make a fire.
Oh,
I can make a campfire.
Wait a minute.
Well,
You are the
just-
campfire.
Oh, you're
Just sit in the middle.
he's not when he's not
I've got
raging.
country.
Produce flame. Oh.
Should I put some rations on Garv?
He's just cooking the shit from his head flame. Yeah, I'll say you guys managed to gather up local materials, some fungus wood, and burn it for a wee campfire inside of your sphere, and it's a bit more comfortable, I guess.
I ask Adara,
Yeah.
is there any food in that bag?
Which bag?
And I point to the bag of holding.
The magic
I
bag.
don't think so.
Yes, is there anything we could put on the fire to cook for a feast?
No, I'm sorry.
Surely there must be something. Let me see.
I can make
What?
tofu.
The
Want tofu?
dwarf knows how to make food.
Tofu.
Oh.
It's loosely called food.
Ugh. Was that grey sludge you threw at me when we first met?
It's not sludge. But yeah.
Gruel. In
Cruel indeed.
in cube form. So you guys, anything you want to do as you rest tonight, any items you want to attune to, this is a long rest, so if you've leveled up, you level up now, etc, etc.
I would like to.
I want to attune to the rope eye.
Attune to the,
Robe of eye.
the Robe of Eyes. Sure. You sit
I'm just
with
gonna
it on.
spend the night reading and taking watch, apparently. You,
Okay, that's fine.
And I want to check the dragon egg.
Oh, you want to check the dragon egg? Cool. So
Yeah.
Epka's just give me a perception check. I'll just say with advantage, and I'll count it as like the nightly check for all of you keeping watch.
Yikes.
Okay, Adara, you attune to the robes while you're meditating, and you pull out the red scaly dragon egg. It's pretty damn heavy for what it is. It's pretty big. It's an egg, and it's cold. It's red,
cold?
scaly, and it's cold.
He's dead.
He's dead.
I mean, it was always cold.
Fucking. Alright.
It was always cold since you got it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
It's just. Posner said that Neil wanted to use it for something.
Yeah, she wanted to fucking raise a dragon.
That's what I'm looking for.
She wanted to hatch it and raise a fucking dragon.
You don't know.
She told me that.
You don't know that.
You're the GM now.
Sorry.
Yep, that's a dragon egg.
Definitely cold.
Right. I wanna use my alchemist set and try and make some drought poison.
ah. Oh.
I don't know what.
Alright, I understand. What you're
I
trying
did
to
get
do.
her some mushrooms way back, but I didn't have poison for
Yeah.
spiders.
Okay, so typically drought poison is made from spider poison. It's purified and stuff. But okay, it's gonna take a lot of your vials because they're regular spider poison, and the drow typically use giant spider poison.
Okay.
Okay, so
When I creep into.
you with
Don't shape into
I'll
it.
say make me a alchemist tools check,
Oh Jesus.
and
Okay,
I'll say
fucking-
I'll say because you're like not using a proper lab or anything, it's gonna
I'm
be
a drow.
it's gonna be you don't have all the equipment you need likely. Yeah, just make a check. I'll just change up the.
A what check? How am I rolling this?
Just click the tools. It should work. Alchemist kit.
Oh, I didn't even drag it to my thing then. Okay, wait. Alchemist.
Because there is a specific kit called a poisoner's kit, which is different. But I'll let you use this.
I do have an herbalist kit. Can I help him?
Sure, you'll offset the disadvantage I was gonna impose on him.
Jordan,
Yeah.
can I ask something that I just remembered to ask? See the trader guy?
Yeah.
Now retcon, ask him where he got the adamantine armor. And if it was coming from the mines, if they've been reopened. Under Thigamy.
Under Gauntlegrim.
But one, I got him, yeah, that was it.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh shit.
I have no idea what happened there.
5
He's
plus
alchemist
0 plus
five.
4.
I dragged it from the compendium.
I don't know where 5 plus 0 plus 4 is coming from.
Yeah,
Let's have a hover, shall we?
that's what I'm looking at. Doesn't tell me shit. It
Oh
just
wait,
says
no,
basic
do you not get like the
rules.
See-
plus 5 from the kit? If you look on the
Yep,
thing.
it's
Compendium.
basically a d20 roll plus your proficiency modifier, and usually plus some
Plus,
stat.
yeah, plus intelligence, probably.
Probably intelligence or something, or wisdom.
Yeah. I've got
Um,
Smith tools, which is based on strength.
Alright. Ah.
Yeah, I had my.
I might have used my dex then. That's the highest one, that's 5. Intelligence is 4.
It doesn't
so
use
minus
dex. I know that. It probably use it probably use intelligence.
one. That's minus 1 from there. So it's
Okay.
23.
23. All right.
Okay.
So with your 12 vials, you managed to get 2 vials of drow poison, which is one more than you thought you were gonna get out of it.
Oh. Oh boy.
Drow poison is pretty strong.
I know that.
But Adara,
Nice.
you're looking at the dragon egg. It's a dragon egg.
Yeah.
It's a red dragon. It's a red dragon egg. What will hatch from it will be a wormling, some small red dragon likely. You're not sure. I mean, dragons are magical, hardy creatures. so it's probably not dead. But since it's red in nature, I'll say make an Arcana check to see how much you know
Arcana.
about dragons.
Is it evil?
Evil.
You know, red dragons typically they're of the chromatic variety. They're pretty. They have some negative traits, namely greed, and that kind of runs across the board. But you're not sure. You can maybe like I know what you're thinking. So you can maybe subvert its nature, but I mean it's born that way. You reckon the only way to get this egg to hatch would be intense heat for a prolonged duration.
Okay.
Hold that thought, I'm gonna get some popcorn.
Sure. I just need to check something real quick. I need. Hope you guys don't see this. I need to check. Okay. Boom. Copy. Alright. Just getting drug poison ready. Anybody have anything else they like to do on the rest?
Not me.
I actually asked Bosner.
Yep.
And I say to him, it is tradition in my tribe to teach others our languages. And I would propose a trade of you teach me dwarf, and I teach you the natural tongue of the Adadak.
Okay.
What?
Take a while.
It will take a while, but it will come in handy for both of us, I think.
Sure.
Yeah,
Trev,
learn,
teach him bloody dwarfish, would you?
learning languages does take some time, especially if you're just doing it whenever you guys have a free minute, long rest and stuff. Will take a while, but you know, it'll be gradual. You'll learn some words. It could be something
Can I
you can do.
join?
I'll just tell you to make a check, basically, every time after some time of doing it. Yeah.
Can I
Yes.
join on learning dwarf and teaching under common?
No.
It's easier for you to learn under common.
Hey guys, why does no one want my teachings? I can show you the way.
Is it a language that I do not understand?
It's something no one understands, man. Don't go there.
Oh well, then there's no point. There's no value to it, I'm afraid.
Exactly. No value.
Isha, I've given you a drow poison handout, so you know exactly what it does. Since you're a drow, you know exactly what it does.
Yeet. How is one vial one usage?
Mhm.
Okay.
Anything else?
Can I milk her now? For extra poison?
I'm not giant spider
I
right.
can't believe.
And
I thought
can I
Ankles.
join on the teaching of undercommon and
I-
learning dwarvish.
Yeah, I'm thinking it.
Jeez.
Garv and Finch. Garv will save you from the creepy drummers.
I'll join as well. I can teach you the Underdark language that I speak.
How long have they been with you, dwarf? The drow and the tiefling.
The tiefling. Same time as you.
Siblings.
No, well,
The other
the
tiefling.
other tiefling.
A little bit longer. Before them, there's a human. And another
I'm not
tiefling.
the cool tiefling.
And these two have never thought to teach you undercommon.
I mean, the cool tiefling is me.
What?
Rebel.
None of you are cool tieflings, okay? The cool tiefling is dead.
As the owl just shits on her horn.
Oh man. Hey.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Oh, Garth bursts out laughing.
Hey, listen, Miss Charisma 7, you're not a cool tiefling.
Oh.
What?
God damn, that shade.
I mean, I ain't the coolest, but, you know.
I'll go in the corner and cry.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Language is getting there. Good.
And Kriv is like, I can't fucking wait to leave this place. Absolute shithole. Full of mad cunts.
Now you're preaching to the fucking choir.
He says, I swear this place better have a way to the surface.
It does, you just have to follow the light.
Fuck off.
Feel free to slap each anytime you want.
To be fair, I think the Drow Elf has a point. If you,
You
find
literally
source
have
of light, yes, you do. I think he means actual sources of light like the fire. But I'm going to bed. Good night. It was good to have chat with you, dwarf, and learn some dwarvish words.
Aye.
And Garb just goes light then.
Okay, doke. Alright.
So, you didn't respond. Can I join in the learning?
Yes!
Dwarfish or not?
Sure. It means that much to you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to sit and teach some people a language, yeah, mechanically what that would mean is if you plan on doing it every night, it's gonna obviously take up a couple of hours. Your couple of
Well-
hours of being awake.
We're walking a lot.
And,
keeping an eye out.
alright, you'll have
keeping
disadvantage
an eye out.
on keeping an eye out if you want to do it all the time while you're walking.
That's fine for me.
We can.
Give me the amulet!
That's
That'll be the eyes.
Like, I can't imagine learning much though whilst on the move, and imagine trying to learn like French or something whilst you're walking through a demon-infested hellscape.
You
I
just
mean-
point at things, be like, what's that? That's a rock. What's that? That's a rock.
in rock, in other rock.
Yeah.
The layer of-
What's that? Mushrooms! Oh, nice.
That's stone.
So, yeah, mechanically, it would take some time. I'd make you guys roll every like week, see how you're progressing, but it will take a while, I will say, because
Okay.
it would. If you learn languages, another reason is why is because if you just learn languages after like a week in game, it would really cheapen the linguist feat, etc. And you
Like me.
yeah, you have the linguist feat, really cheapen it. I think learning a language takes a lot to master, but you can. There's like intermediaries. You can learn like basic words, and then go into sentences and so on, so on.
I have a question.
Uh
Can I get the linguist feat twice?
huh. I don't
No.
know. I'll Google it.
Okay.
Why would you? It doesn't
Do
matter.
you want me to deal plus 20 damage per?
I mean, you already did that.
Well, not all feet, but some you can take twice.
Yeah, I'll Google it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds a bit.
But yeah, not everything's about damage numbers.
I've read.
You murder hobo.
Not enough, but I've read.
Alright, are you guys, so you guys rest for the night, nothing of interest tries to murder you in your sleep. Are you guys moving out, pushing on?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
I need,
For another day, I guess.
yeah, I need whoever's navigating to give me the survival check, with advantage. I need whoever's keeping an eye out.
Yeet.
Yes, I'm going to navigate.
Okay,
How you were busy talking.
I can navigate if you want.
Me from the Underdark, and I know more or less where we're going is.
Same.
Just from Underdark.
Plus, I
Same.
can change my spell to find a path, which will give us
Show you the way.
at least
I guess I keep an eye out.
a day of direction of where we're going.
Right, we're going to
Right.
Blindness Stone, yeah?
Yeah.
We're looking for the Tin Mask Alchemist, something, something, something.
we're going home.
Yes.
Alright, I'll take that as your perception check whilst you travel.
Hmm.
I just need a survival from someone to navigate. Or a spell, I guess, if you
Ah,
want to
be
cast a
brave.
spell.
Oh,
Right.
oh, okay.
This time, Gar's like, ah! And puts the map the right way up.
I see
Yeah.
the way.
You guys start walking. For speed. Okay, so you guys travel onwards for a few days. Time skip. And during this time, in their last nights of rest, Grin reached out to you, Bosner, with a sending spell saying, it's Grin. I'm on the outskirts of Blingdenstone at an abandoned farmstead. The place appears active, but the deep gnomes are untrusting. And then there's a pause for you to reply if you want to reply.
Okay. We will meet you there.
He
in a
interrupts,
couple
I've
of-
remained hidden. Nah, I'm just joking.
Days.
Okay. He says, I've remained hidden amongst the locals. There's rumours of unrest within. I'll have to enter soon. I don't know if I've been followed. And then there's pause.
Try not to get caught before we get there.
He says, I'll try. I do not know what has become of Master Devere. I'll gain entrance incognito as a deep gnome. And then pause. And then
Please don't get caught before we get there.
he's gonna try. He's gonna roll for it.
Oh, brilliant.
So you also during this time, one of your night's rest, Epkiss had a good old-fashioned dream.
Mr. Epicus doesn't sleep, was that a different one?
This wait, what?
He doesn't sleep.
Epicus
Yeah.
aspect of the moon.
Ah,
He has no dreams.
stop your character, the Elven Rain.
Ah, fuck.
Oh wait, do you know?
Well,
Do you actually
in
not sleep?
meditate,
Yeah, that's what it says. Like, you no longer need to sleep and can't be forced to sleep by any means, but I can still kind of.
Okay.
Yes, I can still fall asleep if
You
I
can do
want
light
to.
tasks.
Alright.
Yeah.
well,
Cast
you
some
can
water wash.
meditate.
For plot's
Why
for
we
plot's sake, when you
walk your walk?
meditate,
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
you're you're reached out. You're sucked into a familiar ethereal realm. It seems, someplace not material, or more like a projection. It seems, like an image or something like that. Find yourself in the familiar throne room. You hear the scraping of steel, slow and grinding. It's pretty unpleasant. You see your patron sat at his dark obsidian steel throne, legs wide, currently sharpening his sword. At either sides of the throne are these creatures. The bottom half of their bodies resemble that of large cats, like a lion, and the upper half made of beautiful humanoid women. You look to your side and see familiar shadowy figures. 3 of them,
Must
again.
be so cute.
But they seem to be made of like smoke and shadow, featureless but not formless. Clearly humanoid in some way.
Am I able to move? Kind of like
You,
touch one of them.
yeah, you can reach out. Do you reach out and try and touch one?
I just kind of like, cause I'm seeing shadow, so I'm kind of just wanting to kind of brush up against one with like my finger to see if they're real.
Okay, you try and like, like not too overtly, slyly.
Oh
put
yeah,
your
slightly.
hand
I'm
out.
not gonna just like slap the boy.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm just kind of like slightly like.
you put your hand out and your fingers sift through it like smoke, like a thick mist but black between your fingers. And then just as you're doing that and you're kind of like thinking to yourself, your concentration is broken by another clang against the waved greatsword as he grates down it one more time, sharpening his blade, and your attention like quickly turns to him. He speaks while still sharpening his blade, and he says, "It seems that the bastard beast has taken hold of the dwarven city." As he scrapes again against the sword all the way down slow, and you look through the figures and they appear unmoving, like heads straight forward. "My creatures are telling me the disgusting and bloated Orcus has taken to settling in the north too." And then he scrapes again against his large sword all the way down, taking like 10 seconds each time, slowly grinding it.
I kind of like twist my face up and kind of like just.
Yeah, like wincing.
Oh, nice.
Wisdom saying, no, I'm just kidding. He says, "However, contacts of mine are reporting that the mangy mutt, Yinogu, has returned to his lair of the abyss." And like a grin goes across his face as he scrapes again. And he says, "We've settled. My forces are on the move. You're among them." And looks to you all individually, passing over slowly as he scrapes again. "A battle to surpass that of the Blood War is on the horizon. I hope those of you from this plane haven't become too attached to it." And then he scrapes one more time and lifts his sword up. It gleams, and he says, all these like half cat ladies are like draped around his ankles and feet, like succubi almost. He says, "I will be calling upon you soon. Be prepared." And you look to the shadowy figures, and they all give a half bow, almost in unison. And as you're like looking, one of their shadowy heads, featureless, turns to you, and you can see the vague visage of like horns coming from its head.
Ian,
Yep.
I've got a question.
Yep.
Does that feel anything?
From what?
Well, being from the Underdark and Circle of Dreams?
What do you mean from your feature?
Yeah.
The thing you posted me. I'm gonna say not just now. No. You need to be within 50 miles, right?
From
Okay. We'll figure something out at the end of the session. I'll have a word with you, but
well, I mean, would I feel anything from Ebke?
I mean, to you, he's just meditating. He's just chilling. In fact, maybe he was like reading his tome or some sort of book that he has, and then, you know, his eyes are closed, but he appears conscious, and then suddenly, you, yeah. So all these figures are looking at you. The shadowy one next to you with the horns. Is there anything you want to do or say, or?
I'm just gonna quickly, slowly bow.
Yeah. The eyes of the horned featureless shadow suddenly appear blazing white, and then you're sucked back into your body, and almost taken aback, but not like out of breath or anything. Your heart's beating a little faster. You're kind of like, oh fuck.
Just kind of rub my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And most of your party, it's up to you guys what you'd be doing, but this is during one of your rests on this 3-day period as you travel. So, whoever's awake is awake, whoever isn't, isn't. But if there's nothing you want to do off the back of that or say anything to anyone, then we can just continue on. So,
No.
okay. Um. Okay. Yeah, I'll say I know your circle on things. You've got like a strong tie to dreams. It was supposed to be kind of a dream, but it's more of a vision, really.
You didn't sleep, so.
Yeah, it's more of a vision.
Okay.
You technically
Yes.
did not
Give
fall
me-
asleep.
3 to 4 levels, and I'll see dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'll say if you want, you can make an insight check. And see if you noticed, like, his demeanor change, or... Are you trying to, like,
Okay, it's Harvey.
are you trying to conceal, like, you're taking aback
Yeah.
from is
Yeah,
Ebkis...
I'm not sharing with the others.
I mean, is Ebkis trying to conceal his
I mean, not really. I
experience?
guess like kind of. I can't really. Initially, I'll be like, "What the fuck?" But then I'll kind of realize like that I'm freaking out. I'm like, "Oh shit, okay,
Alright.
stay calm."
I'll say with a 19, you probably, like, Ebkis' eyes sort of beam wide as he kind of jolts slightly in place as his books open in his hands, and you look to him and you're like, you can tell, like, he's slightly distressed, at least, or there's something up, but you're not entirely sure what.
Okay.
Do with that what you will.
I'll just keep it for myself for now.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably just playing with the owl at the time, and then you just notice over your shoulder kind of this happen. But anyways, you guys move on onwards on the third day as you're traveling. Let's see who did the checks, the checkaroos. 20 and a 20. Alright. Alright, okay. Moving through the desolate areas of the Underdark, Isha, you notice up ahead just like this thin veil of glistening in the air, like sort of droplets, or kind of similar to the dust that was in the air after the machine, the maze engine,
Oh no.
exploded. It's not the same, but it's like the similar kind of thing. And beyond it is a fungal forest, a ever-spanning forest of mushrooms, tree-sized.
Mushroom Village, hello?
Oh, not this fucking place again.
Oh no.
It's not it's not Neverlight. You guys would know because Neverlight was tucked away in a grove where you had to like it's kind of like an isolated cave with all this life in it. This is like an open, sprawling forest. Doesn't look familiar to any of you though. But with that information, as you move onwards, this is like the direction Garv's taking you. It appears to be just that, a thin veil of magic. As you guys begin to pass beyond it, there's a flash of radiant light, of the likes none of you have seen for some time. After your eyes, after your eyes adjust, you rub your eyes and you look, and it looks like daylight shedding all around you, and you look up as your eyes are blurry, vision blurry. It takes you a moment. You almost prepare your weapons for a fight, but you see what
I'll
appears.
take off the robe of eye and I'll
Oh
the
shit!
back of-
Yeah, you just see you just see Adara like grab her eyes, all the eyes on the robe start blinking profusely, and what do? You just tear the cloak off.
Yeah, I'll just take it off me and put it in the bag of holding as soon as I can.
Yeah, you probably give out like an eep noise. As yeah, you get blinded for a moment.
She's allergic to the sun.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but you guys see looks like there's daylight shedding all around. You look up and you see what appears to be a sky. The fungal forest replaced with oaks and pines. At a glance, you also see little bits of movements here and there, like surface critters, squirrels, rabbits, and the like. And you
Have I ever seen any of that in the Underdark?
nope.
What do you mean, like we see oaks around us, or do we see oaks like
Like,
up the fucking
Up
crack?
up ahead of you, these fungal trees have literally, in a flash, in a blink of an eye, become oak trees, pine trees.
So we're still surrounded by a cave, but ahead of us.
No, it looks like a open area.
Right,
It,
okay.
it looks like essentially like a little clearing. Like, and as you're sort of taking in your surroundings, taken aback, no doubt. Especially a certain drow man, but I will say you aren't.
I embrace this.
You-
This is the
yeah,
this
yeah.
is the surf.
Yeah, you love it. But you guys hear, well, you see this little oasis ahead of you of life, and you hear the barking of a dog. You look up and there's a little dirt pathway leading up ahead, and a small brown and white furred spaniel-like dog with floppy ears, its tongue hanging out of its mouth, and it barks at you happily a few times, and then runs up the path away from you towards this little oasis, where in the middle is a singular large oak tree with what appears to be some kind of door and a little doggy door beneath it.
I follow it.
Yeah, you just start running towards it. But you guys,
Yeah.
you guys are just like, what the fuck?
I'm not the only one seeing this, am I? Right.
Do you see sunlight and normal trees that are not Underdark trees?
Yeah. This is...
Yes. I don't remember taking us up a hill.
No, this is wrong.
I want to believe we made it, but this is not the real one.
I like grab it by like the collar. I'm like, don't fall for the lies of nature, boy.
Uh,
I follow the dog.
yeah. Okay, as you,
Yeah.
yeah, she's run
Wait,
ahead
wait,
of
wait,
you guys
where's she going?
towards
One's crazy
the
or another one.
towards the house carved out of a large oak tree where the dog went through the dog flap. It was its little tail was wagging too. It's just like arf arf. It runs off.
I'm like,
Can I check something before we go rushing forward into the little weird house?
Well,
I saw it do as well.
I notice-
Adara's already ran, but what did
Yeah,
you
I don't
notice?
Yeah.
I've kind of taken off a little bit afterwards. I'm just walking forward.
Yeah.
Well,
Realised
can I,
that
as
we probably
we're
shouldn't let her
walking
go
in,
ourselves.
sorry, as we're walking in, can I like figure out if there was like an obvious change between like the rock we were walking on and then the kind of
I'll say make a survival check.
survival?
Can I make an Arcana check on our surroundings?
Yeah. I
Uh,
guess the only time I've seen
sure.
something like that it was when I went to train Neil. So
All the 14s.
I'll follow the dog.
Bosner, you don't feel like the ground much changed. However, it looks like there's dirt now where there was rock. There's shrubs. There's various things like that. You're checking the ground specifically, and yeah, that's what you get with that. A 14. I guess you're looking around and you're like, what the fuck, and you notice that the sky is a little off. It's like kind of green rather than blue. And then you look to the trees, and they look slightly off. Like, uh, yeah, you can't quite figure it out, but they look um off color for what they're supposed to look like. And yeah, with a 14, that's you can tell there's some magic afoot. Obviously, it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. At this point, Atara, you've reached the doorway.
Yep.
Of this large oak, and there's a little lake, a little pond off to the side too. We can see little frogs on lily pads and stuff. And what do? You're at the door. And the rest of you are like catching up at this point. You're slowly walking.
Knock.
Yeah,
Jeez.
from inside you just hear like "Urf, urf, urf," and then scratching at the door, and then
Try to open it.
it opens, and
I'll go in.
as you open it, you just hear
A DC save.
okay, you just hear
What are you buying?
nah.
What are you buying? How'd you get here?
You just hear like as you're about to open it, as the scratching happened, like you tried it right away, and as you're opening the door, you just hear a voice saying, "Oh, do we have visitors?" And then you open it to see the little dog wagging its tail on the ground. You see this like little cozy, looking interior, all carved of dark woods. There's a little fireplace, tables, and before you is a drow who has white hair. It's kind of tied at the top and sort of braided at each side. Androgynous. You're not really sure what gender or anything like that. But they're wearing this like robe woven from like vines and things like that. Very nature-esque. They've got like this dark, sort of blue skin, and
Okay, and
and wielding a
I'll-
staff. And it's just,
I'll tilt my head on the side and I say, "Can I?" Pointing at the dog.
he says, he says, yeah, I'll give it away now. He says, "Well, you can't eat him, if that's what you're asking."
No, I want to pet him.
Oh, yes, of course. And he says, "Would you like some tea?" And then, like, as you go down to pet the dog, yeah, it runs to your hands, and you guys follow in behind at this point. You've caught up, and then,
I'm just like, don't knock on doors, you don't know what they do.
and like, you have to like crouch down to even fit this door frame if you were to walk in, Garv. But yeah, the rest of you see all this before you, this little cozy hut, and and then the drow man turns back and says, "Oh wow, there's more of you. Interesting. I'll have to get more
I just
cups."
feel like, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Yeah, it's just like
And I'll
I
wagging its
turn
tail.
slowly to
Belly.
Isha and say, "Isha, he speaks like you."
He speaks undercommon, what we're teaching you.
No, he speaks the same way as Isha does.
He's a
I'm
man of
under-
culture as well.
Maybe. If you say so. Do you know this drow?
Do I?
Do not trust the sound. The sounds of music may change, but the environment doesn't.
So, yeah, the little dog's barking and wagging its tail. You guys are probably confused, a little taken aback. But you see, he crafts, out of the wood interior of this oak, a bunch of little cups with magic, nature magic, clearly. Oh my god, that's too loud. Turn that shit down. Fred boat, please. Anyway, so yeah, he crafts all these cups and starts pouring you all tea. And as Adara's playing with the dog, do you guys come inside?
I grab Ed. Who's the closest to me?
You guys are all kind of grouped at the doorway, and Adara's inside, fucking about with his dog,
I
his
grab,
little
I
spaniel.
grab Edkis by the shoulder. I'm like, I know my tribe was all about trusting outsiders, but we are the outsiders here.
Would I
Trust
know
nothing.
what circle is from?
Well, based on what?
I don't know.
You assume he's a druid?
His attitude?
Yeah. You get
I'm
the
a druid.
feeling he is learned in the ways of druid magic. I'll say sure. Make a nature check, or
I'm gonna lean back into
Arcana.
Garb when he's talking to him like, from personal
Not perception.
nah.
No.
What did you say there, Ethan?
You're not sure.
As I lean into you and saying, from personal experience, don't drink the fucking tea.
I'll ask him.
You see,
I'm not thirsty.
the little
I
spaniel.
want to ask him.
Yeah, the little spaniel also. Its eyes look kind of cat-like or reptilian-like. They've got like that slit. But
I'll
Yikes.
send shade next to the drow.
you send shade to what?
Next to the drow.
It starts flying over as he's pouring you guys tea. And do you send it to like perch on him or something?
Yeah, just sit on his shoulder.
Okay, perches on the
Shit on
See
it.
how he reacts.
perches on the shoulder. He doesn't flinch, and he's just like, "Oh my, what a little creature you are!" and starts like ruffling its furs, its feathers.
Well, there's a good question. Do I recognize this man?
Nope.
Okay.
Do
Answer
I
is no.
recognize the man?
Like, are we all still outside the doorway?
It's up to you
Yeah.
guys if you.
We're awkwardly standing there.
I kind of
He told you guys to take a seat.
I guess.
There's a big round table with chairs dotted around it, and
I'll get a cup of tea, but
Yep.
I'll
take a
keep petting the dog with the other hand.
yeah, he comes over with a tray and lays one mug for each of you out, and he says, "Ah, adventurers, eh?"
You could.
Yeah.
That.
Like Garth's like trying to get in with his fucking big unit
Yeah,
arms.
you're just like, you're squeezing through the door frame, if you can call it that, the hole.
Pivot, fireman. Pivot.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's inside a tree.
Currently not on fire though.
Yeah.
Don't get
make me
angry.
mad. Don't make me mad.
But
Don't want to ruin your nice
He-
house.
yeah, he lets you take a seat, and he sees you, Garv, and he says, "Oh, one moment." And before you sit down in the chair, he puts his hands over it, and you can see vines start growing out of it and enlarging it a bit for you, so it supports your weight. And he says,
It's fine. I'll stand. I'll stand.
"Very well.
It's like day. It's like day.
But feel free to take a load off." And then you guys try the tea.
I
Nice
was
set.
drinking it first.
You wanna what it first?
Pussy. Pussy.
Think what would
What was Angro do?
Okay.
What would Angron do? Why don't you drink the fucking tea?
Dara, you have a
I'm not Angro. It's me.
Oh, Adara's drink, yeah?
Yeah, Dara's drink. She's
Who are you, brother?
she starts drinking it, and the little dog, kind of weaves in and out of your legs under the table, and then comes back to you, Adara, as you're sipping the tea. And yeah, I mean, it's tea. It tastes like grey tea or something. Some very organic tea leaves. It tastes fine. You don't feel poisoned.
I can't be poisoned, but anyway. Why are you
Flawless victory.
Well, there you go. And he says, "So, what is it you're all adventuring for? Treasure, maybe? Fame? Fortunes?"
The light.
I get sad and I
God.
say, not really. I was looking for my sister.
Oh, I'm afraid she's not here. But I'll
I
pass the
know.
message on if I see her.
No, she's there.
Oh, I see. Hmm. And then he says, Tell.
But these guys were her friends.
He
And I'll
says,
keep sipping my tea.
Oh, a fallen friend. That's never easy. As he
Not the
looks at
first
all of you. And you can see he's got like these red eyes on, like he's got like the red irises, but whites are still there. It's not like purely red. And he does have a kind of like, gives off like the countenance of sort of chillness, for lack of a better word. Very laid back, very weird for Drow.
I ask the drow, about why are you out here alone in this place, drow?
That's a good question. Why don't we start with names, friends? I like to hear stories, and you can't have stories without the heroes. So what are your names?
I'll say Amatara while I'm sipping my tea, and in the meantime I pet the dog.
Yep. The dog loves it. Doesn't leave you alone. But kind of creepy with his lizard eyes. But he's still cute. You know, he's still like happy, wagging his tail. And I'm assuming the rest of you just introduce yourselves. He says, "Oh, my name's Krenard." And
Reynard.
to answer your question, as you can see,
With a K or a C?
see, K, sorry, Kren, Krenard.
Okay.
And he says, in the past, I was a soldier. And one day my patrol came across some problems and they were taken out by some hook horrors. Very tragic. Although, we weren't very nice people back then. But I barely escaped. I stumbled upon this grove, and I was surely going to die. But the grove's previous guardian, a dwarf, found me and nursed me back to health. All the while taught me the ways and secrets of nature. Since then I've renounced my ways and the ways of the devil Lolth, and I aided the dwarf in maintaining the grove for many years now, and he passed of old age. Now I provide comfort to those who happen to stumble upon my grove, and I keep to myself.
Insight check the helping people.
Okay. Okay. Insight check if he's telling the truth. You can't tell.
I trust him.
You're like,
I'm gonna dip my pinky into the tea and like, taste it.
yeah.
Can you
So-
see the bones?
Pishworm.
So he helps people.
Do you say that out loud?
What do you mean by helping people? How do you help them?
I provide comfort and a safe place to rest for weary travelers and escaped slaves in exchange for stories.
Insight check.
What, for truth? Or what?
All of it.
What are
Just
you
all of it.
checking?
All the things.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wow.
You, Bosner, get the impression that he's pretty hard to gauge. He's kind of weird. He's
Yeah.
clearly in touch with the divine nature, magics, some kind of druid, it seems, obviously. You also get the impression he is weird for a drow, obviously. You've only met one other drow like this, and he's in your party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a druid.
He seems honest though
Fuck
to
you.
you. He seems kind of. You'd think he'd be naive, but you don't get like this sense of naivety. You get the sense he is a good judge of character, just as you are. Takes one to know one with that
Uh-huh.
insight skill, and yeah, you don't get any ill will from him, any bad vibes, I guess.
Okay. I say, so these stories. I mean, I'm not very tired, but you know, happy to share a story.
He says. Okay, he says, well, tell me, your friend who had fallen, what is your fondest memory of that one?
Is he talking to me?
All of you.
Do I get the sense he's going to take the memory off me?
You don't know, what the fuck? You're not sure.
Got a question to ask somebody.
I'll start to cry. Not saying anything, but just crying.
You just fucking randomly showed up and then
keep
follow us
catching
around a
the
bit. Now you're
weird
crying to
dog.
this person.
He says, the dog is like barking and trying to get your attention, trying to cheer you up. And he says, there, it is only natural for those close of us to die, especially ones who take the adventurer's path, such as you all have.
Uh-huh.
And then he says, so please, your fondest memory.
Fondest memory.
It's too many.
I
really
didn't
ignore how
know.
long.
Yeah, I never met this person.
God, fondest memory. I suppose my fondest memory of one of my old friends. Friends by necessity, understand. Was when we were in the city of Gonogrim. At King Brenner's Halls.
Please be with Frank was kidding.
Yeah, it's going to be with Frank.
Yes!
And Frank, a human.
he was an elf, you racist.
He was a human.
He was an elf.
Was he seriously an elf?
He was an elf.
Yeah, he's over there.
Really? I was a fucking hell. I'm doing as human. It's because your fucking picture, your little shitty picture, was like a human, obviously.
I look like
Oh,
a
he was an elf.
It was more of an orc.
Yeah, all
elf,
5
but
pixels
okay.
of it was an elf.
More JPEG.
I'm going to say I was pretty convinced he was a human.
Elhorn was a half elf.
Yeah, I knew that.
Frank was a full 100% genes elf man.
Okay. It didn't fucking act like it, but anyway.
He didn't have a choice.
But yeah,
So anyway, this human, he had been cursed by a demon lord, and he went a bit mad.
he gasps.
Yes. It was the... Which demon lord was it? Fuck, was it Sugetmoy?
Which one wasn't it?
But the one that...
Yeah, which one wasn't it?
yeah. Okay. And we first met King Brenner and presented ourselves to him. And my old friend Frank didn't have a shirt on. And he realised this halfway through the introduction and freaked out a little bit and ran away. That was hilarious. King Brenner thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, he chuckles. He says, "Wow, and so you have many fallen friends on this adventure. That's 2
Yep.
already. Wow,
We
dangerous. What is it you're all trying to achieve then, if it's not fame or fortune?"
The
are,
safety of our plane of existence.
yeah, we are currently on a mission to expel the demon lords that seem to be coming through at an alarming rate from the Nine Hells.
Oh my, that's not good. He says candidly. It feels like he's not taking it seriously, but with your insight, you can tell he is. It's just the way he acts. Like he's not used to being around people. And he says, "I can't have that. That means I wouldn't have Hammer anymore." And then the dog barks a couple times as he looks at him. And he says, "Do you have any more wondrous stories of your adventures?"
Many.
Looking to all of you.
I
have,
keep petting the dog. I don't pay attention to him.
Something memorable.
Not really.
I show him a tattoo.
Hmm?
Just one of my tattoos. I just tell like I got this tattoo because I fucking helped kill someone.
Hmm. And he's like, "Oh, what did you fell?"
It was
On the spot. Let's go.
a giant lizard all by myself, but I was just a.
Was it?
He said, "Wow, I rather like lizards. That's a shame."
Did the
Well-
lizard give you the tattoo? Is that
No,
how tattoos work?
no, Opal did.
Oh.
But I was old enough to have a tattoo put on my body, yes. Jesus, dwarf. Bless you, dwarf. Bless you, tiefling. I told you not to drink the tea.
I'm a jerk.
The tea
That
is
was
I'll
me.
keep
for those who
drinking.
drink it. The tea's fine. By the way,
Con save.
the tea is fine, says the GM.
I'll finish my tea.
I can see your fucking. I can sense your eyebrows waggling over here. The tea is fine.
The drawer says,
The time
"Why
one.
have you not drank your tea yet?" No.
Do you have beer?
He says, he chuckles and says, "I used to when the previous grove keeper was here, Maldus. He liked to brew to himself, but I do not partake. Apologies."
Oh no, it's fine.
And then he says,
Keeper?
like, he says, "Out with this little oasis of mine's, what has been going on then in the outside world? I'm originally from Mensbrenzen, although that was a long, long time ago. I'm sure
Oh.
things have changed. Hopefully for the better. Hopefully they've seen the light."
I'm afraid there's been some trouble in Mensabaranza.
Oh, more trouble
I
than
heard.
usual.
I heard, but I'm not sure. Any of you know?
He
And
says,
I'll turn to the party.
he says,
I've heard nothing of Mensa Branson.
He says, "Last I knew, the De Vere house was running things, and there was some shady organizations."
I heard horrible happen.
He says, "How do you know this?"
My mentor told me.
Yikes.
A spiritual bra. Echoes across.
He says, "So, any interesting news? Any outside world?"
Interesting, maybe not
Oh, look at the
alarming.
party.
Gauntlegrim doesn't exist anymore.
It still exists.
No, Dragostar, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cracklestone, yeah.
Cracklestar.
for
Apologies.
Oh, Cracklestar.
Trouble Street.
I've had some escaped slaves come through here from there, from time to time throughout the last couple hundred years.
Well, here's another one. My laddie
Oh,
rescued him.
That's a shame. I'm glad you escaped. And he's like, what the fuck? He like whispers,
Sitting there like,
puts his,
like Dead Space, I know my
puts,
no.
puts his hand over to you, and he's like, we don't trust this guy, do we?
Don't drink the tea.
Noted.
I'll finish my tea.
Oh jeez.
And he's
And I'll ask
Can-
for more.
I kind of pass her my cup. There you go.
Enjoy it, lass.
he says, wow, it doesn't sound very promising out there. I wish I could.
We have a plan. You can help us if you need to, if you can.
Oh, what's your plan? Do share. I love a good adventure story.
We are collecting ingredients for a spell.
Oh, maybe something I can help with.
Maybe. We're looking for a final ingredient of a tin mask.
His
When
eyebrows.
Bosnia says that, one of my ear just turns to Bosnia like a cat, and I'm listening to Bosnia while I'm keep petting the dog.
Right. Flinching ears. So he squints, and then he kind of leans back in his chair and contemplates for a moment. And he says, 10 masks. He says, he makes a roll. It's gonna be a no. Can't say I've come across anything of the such. Is there any other ingredients I could help with? Anything natural, maybe? Mushroom
Oh,
related?
oh,
Do we?
I'll
I thought
show
we
him
had
my
the mushrooms.
mushroom.
The devil mushroom.
That doesn't sound great.
Do we have? I thought we had them.
No.
No. Oh, missed that. Okay. Yes,
Ten
we need
masks
devil
are
mushrooms.
synonymous. Same thing as devil's mushrooms. It's,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
right.
same different names for the same thing. Yeah, he doesn't. He
Ah.
doesn't seem to know what they are. But he's just like, is there anything else? I must be able to help some way. In fact, speaking of your fault, you seem to lose friends. I have something special for you. You seem like noble people. And he stands up and goes over to a kind of wardrobe type thing, opens up the doors and pulls out what you see is like a jade gem on a necklace. And he brings it over and lays it on the table. And he says,
I'll look at him and I say, can you bring my sister back?
he says, that depends. Do you have the body?
Mm,
No.
No.
But I have something.
They're
you
dead,
have-
they're dead for a reason.
I'll show him the druidic focus of Neon.
One sec.
Who's doing performance?
So, performance.
Yeah.
With -2.
Did I roll performance?
Alright.
Why performance?
So,
No, you rolled it.
you pull out the druidic focus, and he puts his hand out to have a look, and he says, and this was theirs? I'm afraid I cannot work with this. However, keep this out for the moment. I have something else. And he lays it back on the table, and then he says, this gem, if one of your friends here passes away, there is a spell contained within this jade gemstone, and it may bring them back through the annals of nature as their soul is transferred into a new body. It's not perfect,
I'll grasp.
but it's better than losing an ally. And
It's a resurrection spell.
it's on the table. He
It's a
says
reincarnation spell.
you would know.
It's a
Yeah.
resurrection spell.
I take
Reincarnation spell.
And Harry, you would probably know this as reincarnate.
Is it reincarnate? Where's that?
Yeah.
What level's that? I'm looking for it.
Level
I've got that as
5,
well.
6?
5. 6.
5 or 6. But would anyone like to pick it up?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I think maybe Grav should have it. He's at the front lines a lot. He's gonna get hit the most.
You have okay. So he explains to you essentially you have to cast from it. Takes an action.
Ah, right, okay.
And
Wasn't
That's
sure
how
what
I
your
used
logic
to-
was there.
You need a body, yeah.
need a body.
I
The spell
know the
forms a new
spell.
adult body for it, then calls the soul to enter the body. If the target soul isn't free or willing, then the spell fails. The magic fashions a new body, which is likely gonna change the race. But it's not like if you die, it's automatically casts. It's like you kind of have to
I know
channel
the
the energy.
spell.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Put it around my neck.
And people who cannot cast spells can cast it, but it takes a check. If you
Oh.
can't cast 5th level spells, you'll have to do a check in order for it to work.
Does that work on any
Do you
sentient
want me
creatures?
to take it?
Humanoid.
Oh, rip rampant then.
Oh, Rampadam,
They can't be dead for more than 10 days yet either.
Rampadam.
He long
How
dead,
long has he been dead?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
He's been dead for like 5-6 days at this point. Yeah, 6 days.
How long has Neil been dead?
Uh,
long enough.
5
3 or
days.
4.
Do I know if I can bring them back to life with the chain?
No, you have to. You have to
What?
touch a piece of their body.
Oh,
And
Didn't
if
they
you
have
got,
disintegrate?
yeah, if you got
Yeah.
Thanos, so
okay.
who's taking this gem so I can add it to your journal?
Nisha
Me.
did.
Okay,
I have an idea.
Isha,
The non-spellcaster, apparently.
here you go. Jade
The
spell
fuck?
gem.
I have an idea. This
Okay.
only requires the piece of a dead person.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be much of a piece.
Do you
Is
have a
anyone-
piece of Elhorn or something?
No, I don't.
What are you implying?
If anyone's willing to sacrifice, say, a finger,
Ew.
they could put the finger somewhere and keep
No.
it for 10 days.
How would you do that?
I cut your finger off.
Why?
You say you're in like a dire situation, be like, quick, take my finger.
Because then, if the rest
I
of your
know what
body
he's
gets
doing.
turned to ash,
Jordan,
I know what
Jordan,
he's
while they're all doing this, I want to cast Augury. I'm like, where's this conversation going? I want to know what feelings I'm getting.
Augury. Rolling Dragon Ball, laying out ordinary cards, divination tool. Receiving
It's gonna be a
omen.
wheel.
Am I getting a good omen or a bad omen from all this?
From what? The gem?
The gem.
Cutting fingers off.
Okay.
I'm getting a good vibe from the guy.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 28, I got a great,
Yeah, I'll
great
say-
Yeah,
vibe.
that's what I don't like.
Yeah, he's definitely not stolen any memories from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you tried to remember those memories?
As
though?
you look down at your finished tea, the leaves seem to be forming an arrow,
Miley?
Where does it point?
and it's a wheel. You get the wheel vibe. It's
Oh
point.
god,
Me?
listen.
Where's it pointing currently without you rotating the cup towards the wardrobe?
Can I go to the wardrobe?
And that you don't know! You can't see us!
Sure, he's got you there.
I ask, and I'm like, I ask the drow, I'm like, well, drow, this is very interesting, but do you have anything else that could help us on our journey?
Make a persuasion check. And I'll give you advantage because he likes you.
Ah, yeah. See what happens when you don't try and kill everyone, guys? Persuasion.
I'm sure the barbarian has great charisma.
He does.
Ah,
It's
So better than me.
for me.
he stutters just a couple times. He's like, and then he looks you all over one more time as this motley crew of social rejects. And
I'll keep petting the weird dog.
yeah, and the old dog's like, arf, arf, wagging its tail with his big dumb smile. And he says,
Oh jeez.
and he says, looks to his dog and says, "Okay, Hammer, it's time to break it out." And he says,
Oh, no.
"There is probably something I can help you with." And he walks over to the wardrobe and pulls out something covered. Something fairly large, and with this green blanket over it, brings it over to the table and plops it down on the wood in the middle of the circle table, and you just hear like a thud, like something dense and heavy just hit the table. And he says, let's see here. He says, "What I have here," and he pulls the cover away. Foom. "May assist you on this adventure of yours." And what you see before you is, no other way to describe it, a palantir.
Palantir.
Ooh, I
Oh,
don't know what that
Essentially
is.
a crystal ball with like some ebb and
What
flow.
Saruman used.
Yeah, Saruman used a palantir.
what do I feel when I look at it?
Death.
Horny.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's a really
it
sexy palantir.
it shows you a bunch of porn inside of it. And as he reveals it, that's a good time to go for 5 minutes.
Cool.
I want to touch it.
We can do that when we come back.
Fuck
That reminds me of.
Back in a minute.
it.
You know, these aren't all accounted for. The lost seeing stones.
Are you talking to me as a player or what?
No, I'm quoting Gandalf.
Oh, alright. I was like, what?
I'm sad that no one got that.
Okay, I'll see you in 5.
You just see the eye of Sauron peering back.
Yeah. I see you.
So sad. Not seen the Lord of the Ring in ages.
Jordan. Yikes.
He's gone.
Oof.
Big oof.
I am back.
Hello.
Yeah, this guy follows the same god.
Wait.
No, actually, I'm just memeing.
Nutty.
Did you see the new combat cast?
Yep.
Hello, hello.
Well,
The boring squad is out.
the what squad?
The boring one. Jax, Kung Lao. What's his name?
Liu Kang.
Yeah, Liu Kang.
I like Liu Kang.
I kind of like Liu Kang as well.
I'll never recover from like MK9 Kung Lao though. Fuck that
Oh
shit.
no.
Guys, got some bad news.
What?
Just a politics update. There's been no majority for any Brexit option.
Oh yeah, I just saw that in the news just now.
God bless.
I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Isaac. When I play D&D, it's the one point in the week I'm like, I don't have to worry about Brexit.
Doing it for you.
I have to worry 24
Yeah,
Same
it's
for me.
fucking everywhere. It's all over the news and shit. It's just like all the
Fucking-
everyone's talking about.
Yeah,
I know.
it's actual murder.
Just fucking leave already, man. Just Jesus Christ.
No, don't leave.
Kick Jira out.
Fuck you.
No one else.
Yeah.
No one else. Just you know.
Just
Every day immigrants.
I'm in the middle of my fucking degree.
Yeah, I'm memeing. It's not gonna happen. They don't just kick. They're not just gonna kick you out middle of your
Yeah.
degree.
Listen, I wouldn't have got past someone.
They're gonna form with the Gestapo, just get all the fucking foreigners
I
out.
can they're the Tories, but fucking hell.
Well, if they're not gonna give me the loan, I'm not going to be able to afford my degree.
It's the whole thing as well. Where like
Loans aren't.
Govin Johnson are like supporting May's deal just because she says I'll go. They're not supporting it because they're like, oh, this is the only option left. They're supporting it because like, oh, I can go for Prime Minister
Wait,
now.
do you get your loans from the student loan company?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not government owned. That's a private company.
I got the loan because I'm from the EU.
No, wait.
You have to pay that shit back. They're not gonna be like, nah, we don't want money.
Yeah, once you earn enough, yeah, you can pay it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it works in that though.
Is it just how much roughly you getting? Because you get the education, are you paying for that or not?
No, that is paid for as well.
Paid for, yeah.
Alright,
I guess 1,600 a year.
That's okay. That's not too much.
alright, alright.
Pay that back. no problem.
Back to Fantasy World,
Back
please.
to
Quickly.
the real world.
The real world. Yep.
Oh God, please.
Yeah, this is real.
Yeah.
Definitely, boys.
So he reveals this Palantir, and he says, "If you're lost for direction and need guidance, this may help greatly. It could offer a glimpse into the past, the future, and offer metaphors for your destiny. And he says, all I need is one item of yours to channel your spirit through and see into the Palantir. And he says, who's first? And holds out his palm, waiting for something to drop into his hand, a possession of some kind.
I'll go.
Okay. What do you put in his hand?
My badge.
Oh. Okay.
Gregor's not PD.
Ooh.
You take
Not
the
that
brooch.
one.
You get the
Not
brooch.
the other one.
You undo it and put it in his hand, and he says, yes, this is heavily imbued with your essence. I can work with this. And he puts his hand on the Palantir and his eyes roll back into the back of his head. This music kind of inappropriate.
Kill him! Kill him! Kill him while he's, while he's distracted.
Whoops. Anyway. Whoops.
Oh, mighty Palantir, tell me what happens to Brexit.
No!
Ruined it, dude.
And we're back in the fake world. Look what we've done.
Okay, so what you see, or what he sees, sorry, he describes this to you. Okay, he is explaining it, so as I'm talking, it's him talking. He says, I see you, ambushed by cloaked men. They come at you all at once. They're telling you you should have died with the rest, and that they can't leave a single survivor. Attacking you coordinate. You parry their attacks with sword and shield, and defeat them. And he's like, sort of, you can see his face is twitching as he's doing this. He says, as you've defeated them, you offer them a chance at redemption. Ultimately, you're leaving them now, maimed, but not dead. They all share a common insignia. On their cloak, a black serpent with wings. The image is fading. Another one approaches. A bow, golden and silver, giving off radiant light. It's locked away and surrounded by other magical artifacts, it appears. It is tied to you somehow. And then his eyes roll back into the front of his head. And he says, that's all I can glean from this. And hands you back the brooch.
That's more than I ever wanted. Thank you. And I look at Apkiss, and I go, we're gonna have a side quest at some point. I have some business to take care of.
I'm glad.
He keeps his palm out and looks at the
Me
rest
next.
of you.
I'll give him my hand.
me.
You've already completed your side.
Okay.
Damn it.
What do you place into his palm?
I'll
A
give him my
small,
hand.
a small hammer.
Your
Holy
divine
symbol.
focus, yeah.
Yes.
You hand it and he says, yes, this is tied to you intrinsically. Almost an extension of your soul. I feel it. And once again he waves his hand over the Palantir. And, you can see as well, you see vague, in the previous time, you see like the vague images, sort of like shadows and shapes, but you don't get a clear image as he sees it. Within this crystal ball, his eyes roll back, his hand waves across it, and starts to talk. I see you atop a frosty mountain on its ledge. The sound of rhythmic hammering against an anvil seems to be pervading through the storm above, where the sky meets earth. You look different here. You look changed, desperate. You meticulously clang the hammer against anvil. A flash of light in the distance is being followed up by thunderous boom. The symbol from your chest, the very one in my hand, is beginning to glow. You crash the hammer once more as lightning strikes down and blasts you from it. As you lay on the ground alone in this darkness and the storm, a tsunami of screeching can be heard between each boom of the thunder. And as the flash of lightning strikes up more in the distance, you see for a brief moment a wall of monstrous winged creatures approaching you on the peak. You begin to scramble to your feet. You find this work, a hammer, away from the anvil, glowing lightning imbued upon it, a blue thunder. You pick it up and hold it in your hands, and on the edge of this cliff, prepare for the onslaught of creatures approaching. And his eyes roll back, and he says,
I want to place my hand in his palm.
and what, his one?
Yeah.
As you do, his kind, happy, chill demeanor coldens and hardens as he looks over you all. And he says, I have not seen omens, visions like these for some time, even by elven standards. You were serious about this adventure. It's more than just an adventure. And he hands you, he looks to you, Adara, as you're like kind of covering the thing, and he releases it into your hand to hand it back. You don't feel anything special, but you're now holding the divine focus of Bosner.
Okay.
Can I have that back now?
It's
Give it back to Bosnia.
it's very heavy.
Slowly.
It's very, very heavy for you, especially for the size of it.
But
Minus
what I
three
wanted to
strength.
do it was to put my palm in his palm.
Yeah, but his palm had the
No, not yours. His.
yeah, his palm had the hammer in it though.
Yeah, well, when he's free,
He,
I'm gonna do it again.
he freed it into your hand, and then he started to retract his hand a bit. But then he does put it out again, open, waiting for something else. If you put your hand on it,
Yeah.
then he just looks at you. But like,
I say to him before she starts interrupting, I did not choose this path, but I know how it must end.
Edgy.
he says, these visions are often not literal, and usually have underlying messages, but they could also possibly come to fruition.
I will say one thing. My God has given you this vision. He is not a complex God.
He, his steely look almost worried. It looks like lightens up a little bit with that joke. He says, "And I have faith in your strength." And then, as you've got your hand on his palm, he says, "Hand me your fallen sister's trinket."
Don't have it.
I mean, it's right there on the table.
Well, the trinket has been broken. The focus is there.
Yeah, that's what he meant. He was referring to
Yeah,
the
the
focus.
focus. Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Okay. He says, "And you're close to this one?"
Yes.
He says, "I ask you to rest your hand upon it.
Okay.
With this, since it is not yours and you're not tied to it immediately, then I may not get much, but I will see what I can see." And his eyes roll back. And you look down to see the Palantir. It flickers a little bit. There's some vague shapes and shadows. And he starts to talk. "Okay, I do see you outside of some large city gates, stone and steel. Before you, approaching, a large army of fiendish creatures, of all shapes and sizes, and you're channeling some kind of portal." And then he sort of starts twitching his face for a bit. Fey beings begin to come out from the portal, riding the backs of avian creatures. One takes you up, a giant owl, and leads you towards the battle. It takes you to the front and you lead the charge for all of these fey creatures, as there is many people below clashing. And then his eyes roll back to the front. He says, "Apologies, I couldn't see more."
It's okay.
And he hands you your thing back, and his palm's still out if anyone else wants to give him. He gives you
I'm
a
not sure if I have
scan
anything
over, but
to give him, to be honest. I don't have a trinket on me.
you give
Yeah, a
him.
book.
What'd you give him?
I don't really have anything on me to give him.
No.
I have like my book, that's it. And I
That's it.
don't think that'll end well.
Yep.
Whip it out.
God. Peer pressure, peer pressure.
I'll hold up my Tome of Shadows and I'm like, I'm not sure if this will produce what you wish, but try it. And I place the book on his hand.
He takes it with two, and then places it on the table, and he kind of wipes the front of it, and he's like, "Wow, this is interesting." And he kind of squints at you for a moment, and there's like a pregnant pause, silence, and
That's not nightly months.
It's a boy.
he inhales, and then puts his hand on top of it, and just mutters under his breath, "Very well," and then quickly waves his other hand, and he says, "I see you. This vision is clear to me. One of the clearest I've seen. You're in a cold grey domain, standing in a circle. There's 3 others with you. Your fates appear interlinked with these strings of time and space weaving between you all. There's a dark shadow looming over. I can't make it out though. The others, however, it is hard, but I see some features. One of them appears black and skin made of scales with eyes of piercing yellow amidst the dull grey and shadow. Another appears a man with the air of melancholy surrounding him. He has 6 fingers on each hand and eyes of pure white. The final figure is most menacing, tall, bat-like wings. His skin is blood red. I can sense his eyes are filled with hatred and anger. Their bodies giving off an uncomfortable warmth and tail lashing back and forth impatiently as you stand in the circle. He is judging you and the other 2 counterparts. The circle you've created begins to close in and draw you in. And the weaves get stronger and stronger between you all. And then his eyes roll forward and he's kind of lost for breath for a second. And then he hurriedly pushes the tome forward away from him.
Just collect it from the table.
Yeah, and he's just like... He doesn't say anything. He's clearly... Looks like he saw something though, but he's not saying anything.
Garv hands him the sending stone. It's the smallest thing I have. My father gave it to me the other day. Please don't use it. He'll be mad.
He holds it and he says... He looks distracted as he's holding it and he's kind of loosely studying it and he says... Your essence has not found its way into this object, I'm afraid. And he's
Well then, I take that back and I give him the handle of my axe. I'm like, how about that then?
A weapon, unusual. Push it here, and sort of taps next to the Palantir.
I do that?
Right. He holds the handle. He doesn't lift it up. He looks pretty thin. Looks like he would need to at least muster both hands just to wield it. But he puts his hand on it. He says, "Okay, I'm getting something. I can perhaps glean some shred here." And then his eyes roll back once more and he says, "Okay, I see a palace surrounded by oceans of lava. You're there in the great halls of this palace, wounded, it seems, from battle. You look desperate, demanding assistance from a figure atop a throne of brass, a large muscular creature, adorned in brass jewels, and a pierced body all over. At his side is a large 2-handed scimitar. They don't appear receptive to your pleas, and the palace begins to shake, dust falling from the ceiling. You rush out with the nearby guard. They look otherworldly, and as you rush out you find rifts opening up outside of this palace and its walls just below, and ramming against these walls are these giant red bullish creatures with horns. They're tearing the stone to pieces, ramming against it repeatedly. You ready your axe and prepare to fight. And then his eyes roll back. He says, I could not get more than that, I'm afraid.
Well.
Does this mean anything to you?
Well, I don't know of any palace I would to ask help from, but
He's just gonna make a roll here. Okay. He says, I did not recognize it. The palace surrounded by oceans of lava. I do not believe it's of this world. But I've never seen it before, or such a thing.
that sounds pretty awesome, though.
Yes. You did not see what's encroached upon the palace, however.
Well, whatever it is, if I have to defend this palace with my life, I will do it for the tribe.
He nods and just pushes it back, and you can see he's taking it out of him a bit. He kind of like leans over on the table with his elbows on the table and his head resting on his hands. As the little dog runs over to his legs, wagging its tail and starts yipping a little bit, giving him the arfs. And he just slowly puts his right hand down and starts ruffling its head, almost as if it's like a chore, because he's looking pretty tired.
I say to him, it looks like you need rest, friend.
He like chuckles and he says, "Yes, maybe I'm not the only ones. Feel free to spend the night."
I just look around, I look back to the team and I like whisper, what is night?
He says,
I'll
"Let me show you."
ask him.
And
Yeah.
then he raises his hand, and some green energy starts emanating from it, and you see the light from outside begins to dim and get dark, and you start to hear crickets
It's kind of beautiful.
and the hooing of,
Sheds a tear.
and he looks to Atara, and then you start hearing the hooting of owls outside, a couple of them.
I'll
So you're
smile.
this magic.
Well, I told you I didn't go up a cliff. Yeah, cliffs don't do this.
And I'll ask him, where can we rest?
He says, "I have a guest house."
I'd like nudge it because I was probably like, more like guest tree. Huh.
Huh.
I can give him a little look.
If
I give him my inspiration point.
I pat him on the shoulder. It's like you tried. You tried.
I was pretty quick for me. I usually have to think very hard on my jokes.
Did you, Dustin?
No, it was quick wit.
he says, "Is there anything else I can assist you in?"
Do you by any chance have more of these mushrooms?
Oh my god, he's an addict. Put that in your character traits.
Mushroom addict.
That you're literally addicted to magic mushrooms.
Level 2 madness.
You show him the mushrooms and he says, I don't cultivate fungi, I'm afraid.
It's okay, it was worth a try. Where's our gas trees in?
Yeah, he leans over and there's a window just adjacent to the table, and he points out and he says, merely beyond those oaks there. and you see as you like all kind of in sync, all look around. You see not just one, but a few more holdout trees, essentially.
Hmm,
Okay.
that'll do.
Yeah.
I'll fly up to one.
Okay. So yeah, um, he says, "Be sure to let me know when you're leaving, and I wish you all the best if we don't speak again." And
Is it a long rest?
he steps up and then sort of slowly walks back to his quarters. There's another door in here, and you guys are essentially in like a dining room slash kitchen type place. He walks over to a wooden door, walks through, and the dog, Hammer, he barks a couple times, wags his tail at you guys, especially at Hara, and then runs off to his quarters. And the door closes.
Okay.
And you look outside, and there appears to be stars in the sky.
When the others are resting, I want to go and look for the drow.
Alright. So do you all rest? Is there anything you want to do?
Hmm,
You just sit and read, I guess.
Alright. Going back to your quarters, Atara, you want to speak to the drow?
Yep.
Okay.
Like, instead of taking a shift, I want to go and speak with the drow.
Okay. So you go to Krenard's. You.
Yeah.
You. This is a few hours later, I'm assuming, and you knock on his door.
Yep.
And once you do, you hear the dog scratching at the door and going arf arf and scratching, and you hear the faint footsteps approach, and the door opens to see Krenard, a skinny drow man with reddish eyes.
I have questions.
I may have answers. And he says, "Come, sit at the table," and sits you down at the table again. He says, "Right." Pours a couple mugs of tea. Dog's happy to see you. The owl,
Okay.
he seems to be okay with the owl too. And he says, "So, these questions."
Yeah, what is my place here? Should I stay with them? Or should I go back to my circle?
He says,
I'm
That's
scared.
not a question I can answer for you. That's something you have to find on your own. I've come across adventuring parties in the past, although maybe not ones quite so strange. I think you're good people, mostly. Or you're trying to be. He says, if everything is as it seems that the path they're on is perilous, dangerous. The risk of death is clearly high, as we found out some of their previous friends have died. Um, but the path is leading them to save the plains as we know it. It's very important, and if I was not so old and I hadn't lost my touch, I'd perhaps be inclined to join and help. But I must keep this grove. I have no place in this adventure for now. But for you to answer that question, you must ask yourself what is important, and are the things of this world worth saving to you?
I understand. What? What circle are you from?
Uh, he says, "Oh, I'm not part of a circle. It's just me here, alone." Maldus, the previous grove keeper, he broke off from his circle, which I did not think to ask him where he was from.
Do you have any means to contact my mentor?
He scratches his head and he says, I don't think so.
Okay.
What do you wish to ask them, if I could ask?
I just want to let him know that I'm okay, but you know, what happened to my sister and what I'm about to do. I don't think it's going to be very happy with it, but I have to. I feel like I have to finish my sister started.
He says, yes, your sister sounds like she was very brave taking on this challenge. I'm sorry, I cannot offer any more help on that front. I do not have any means of divination or any of the such, and I do not know your mentor personally.
It's okay.
And he kind of like finishes his tea and says, was there anything else?
No,
Very well.
thank you for your help.
He says, he just nods with a smile, but he looks still like worn out. And he says, I wish you all the best and I hope you find the answers you're looking for. And never
Thank
stop
you.
searching for them. And then he gets up and goes back to his quarters.
Yeah, and I'll go back to my place.
Alright. You guys wake after a long rest. It appears to be dawn, essentially, outside, quote unquote. What would you all like to do?
Yeah, I don't really have anything.
Yeah, did I?
I guess we should go on.
Say bye to the guy, I guess.
Cheers. Bye.
I would ask him. Like, is he there or like?
Yeah,
Or
you
you can
can
speak
you
to
can
him.
get them. You can find them.
I ought to find him.
He's out by the pond, tending to like the frogs and stuff.
I'll like stand next to him,
Oh.
and Garv will say to him, "This is the small pocket of paradise you have here. How have you kept this lad safe all these years?"
He says, where? Fuck, I lost it. Ah, here we are. He says, well, it's not like we haven't had troubles before, from those who are not wanted here wandering in. But with the help of some illusion magic and special enchantment Maldus left behind, we've been able to maintain relatively unseen and unknown from any those who will wish us ill will.
I tell him, "I hope you're well trained in it, because you may need it, friend. I thought I led my tribe to safety, and in the end they almost died because of my naivety." Fuck, I can't even say the word normally.
Sorry,
Leave me alone.
Naive.
it's canon. Garth can't say it either. It's fine. He says, yes, duly noted. And you know, he looks, compared to when you guys met him, he looks a bit more somber, to say the least. After those visions, he doesn't, you know.
I fucking told you I should give him the book.
It's a bit of a hardness. You get the feeling he kind of realizes the magnitude of what you're doing and what's going on outside of his oasis. And he says, truly, I wish I could do more to help.
The night's rest is good enough. Thank you.
And
The fact that you didn't try to kill us is help enough, friend.
yeah,
This place is a vicious cycle. Life and death. It's hand in hand.
he says yes.
One cannot live without the other.
He says, yes, there are yings to one's yang, however. There are pockets of light in the darkness, and vice versa. Just take this oasis as an example. There's more out there.
And I hope we're quick enough to save it all.
And he says, yes. Hopefully you help restore some order to this encroaching chaos.
Yeah.
And then he throws a frog at your face, and you make a dex save.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, man. Oh wait, with the danger sense kick off. I can
Yeah,
see
you get
that.
advantage.
It's not a dangerous frog.
You don't know that? Oh shit. Why is it every time I've got a save, it's always doubles?
13's enough. You sort of duck out the way, and it brushes past your face, and then lands on its feet, and starts hopping away.
You know, like, yeah, it's a good thing you're not coming, friend. With a fame like that, you wouldn't hit much.
He says, yes, I've seen better days. And then, as you guys kind of start getting your shit together and gathering up, he notices you're all kind of getting ready to head out, and he says, oh, leaving.
Yes, we.
I'm going to stay with the dog for a last time.
Like, small scared one, we don't have time. Don't get too attached to the dog or it will get attached to you and it will be very sad when you leave. Is that what you want?
No, he's a good boy.
And do you
Oh,
want the
pat
good
him
boy
on the
to be
head.
sad?
He's not sad.
He'll be
He's
sad when you
mine.
can't.
Yeah, its tongue's just like dangling out of its mouth. It's
Dog
pants.
peg aside, garbage right, we're on the clock here, shall we?
DM.
Yeah.
Would I know where Limestone is?
Blingdenstone.
That one.
You have a map.
Seen some from the Underdark.
Like, yeah, roughly no. Ish.
Can I use my spell? Find the path
I don't know.
for the next day?
Put it in the chat and I'll tell you. Okay, the spell is used to the shortest, most physical route. Familiar with. You're not familiar, like you've never been there.
But I know where it is.
If you name a destination on another plane, the spell fails. As long as you're in the same plane as the destination. I guess that's up to interpretation. I can like interpret one that you're familiar with as like somewhere you've been before.
Okay.
And like using this would probably cut your traveling down as well, like the time it takes. It also
I'm
costs
gonna use
100 gold pieces to use that.
And an object from the location you wish to find.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, there's that.
So, I can't use that. Just they use this so freely in Critical Role.
Yeah, because I hated that shit. They were just like, oh, scry and teleport everywhere.
Place in a vision, so I'm familiar with that place because I've seen it in a vision, so I can go there.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I always hated that. That was my most hated thing.
Okay, I'm not gonna use that.
And that's not the like. If that was a thing you could do with like tree stride, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, but
But just
I've
reading this,
never
it doesn't
been
seem
there.
a thing. Yeah.
I've never been there, so I don't have an object that is from there.
Yeah. Probably a good idea to start collecting objects from places.
Jeez. Okay. I'll have a bag of things.
Oh, jeez.
Fine.
Oh, jeez.
Teleport up
Did anyone else hear that?
Mhm.
I think we've been haunted by a small annoying fungus.
Anywho, you guys heading out?
I think we are.
Any last words or last things you want to do?
I tell him, be safe, friend.
No, but I want to know, is my Rampadump lily growing in the time that I left the maze?
Oh, like the one that you picked?
Yep,
No, it's not in soil.
but it's been the same. Like, it's been the same since I picked it.
Didn't you dry it out and flatten it?
No.
What's
Sure. Since it's magic, it hasn't withered. I'll say that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, but it hasn't grown or anything like that. Okay, you guys leave. Crenard bids you all farewell and points you like northeast. And you guys start heading. Whoa. Whoa.
Into the ominous screaming.
who's dying? It's just the Demogorgon in the back.
Suddenly in the abyss.
A scream cries out.
So, Let's just see here. Where are we? Okay, cool. You guys head out. Whoever's uh whoever's navigating survival,
I
whoever's
guess I'll help.
keeping an eye out, perception.
Let's go.
Let's go with a big roll.
Cool. Okay, doke. Yeah, you guys start heading in the general direction, and for the next few days, you start nearing Blindstone. Nothing too interesting occurs. What about watches? First, second, and third watch. Roll me perceptions.
I'll take
Epicus,
second.
Epicus, Epicus.
All of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't have to sleep. That's fine.
Well,
I'll take second watch every night.
I only need to
Just to make sure I'm
meditate.
not dead. Yeah.
Listen, he doesn't need to sleep.
I don't care. I want to take second watch. Can I?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You can have two people awake at the same time. It's not a big deal.
You. Oh, for fuck's sake.
The fuck?
I'm too absorbed in my book.
Yep, you're in there. You're thinking on the vision.
Okay. Second watch for me.
Yeah.
With
I'll take
advantage.
third.
Okay.
Yikes.
Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, it's really happy. Let's just leave it there to now.
We walk back into the forest.
Boom. Okay. To. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. So Adhara, I'm just gonna stop the music.
Yeah.
Pause. As you're on watch. Oh my god. Here we go. As you're on watch, on second watch. Let me just see here. Let me.
Oh, by the way, everybody's got +5 to their perception.
Oh yeah, you're dumb.
Oh, you cast that thing. Okay.
You guys generally try and find areas and caverns with some cover for you guys to chill out and then sleep. Isha, on your travels before you guys start camping up, you did hear. Sorry, you did see some strange movements in the distance with your improved dark vision, like some vague shadows moving on the walls.
On the walls.
Yeah, but
sure it's not-
far away.
You didn't see any
What about
mushrooms,
me?
though.
Sorry, your perceptions are actually a disadvantage because you aren't using light sources. Like, as you're
Hey.
walking and stuff.
I've got a robot eye.
No, you. Isha was the one keeping an eye out.
Do you want to roll again?
No, that's fine. You see this anyway.
Hmm.
You guys do the usual, get your little sphere up, and during the second watch, which is like, I don't know, 6 hours in, Adhara, you hear the movements around the corners. You got this little alcove set up where you're all resting in, and you hear coming around the corners something approaching.
To shake the door.
You shake him up. Which one?
The door. The one that Neil trusted.
Buster.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, you shake up Bosner, and you're like, Bosner, wake up. So, Bosner,
5 more minutes.
you start getting shook.
Something is.
You hear like a rock dropping, like clunking down off the sides.
And I'm up.
Do I still hear this, or I fucking still my fucking panic?
Ah! Cause you crit failed, you're just oblivious. You're like reading the book.
Do,
I might
um,
not be meditating.
Spell.
Do I hear roughly where it came from?
There's like 2 ways it could come in. Yeah, it's like coming from the left.
Well, I take a crossbow bolt, cast light on it, put in a crossbow, and I fire in that direction.
Alright,
I'll cast Shillelagh
alright.
just in case.
Okay, as that happens, something approaches and it's clearly out for blood, so I'm gonna bring you guys into the battle map, and I'll let you guys position where you want to be in this little cove.
Is this just a pillar?
Yeah.
I guess going to be over there. Because I woke up
Oh, you gotta be where he is because he was asleep, maybe.
and
Yeah.
my vision is wrong again. Because I got the robe of eyes.
Okay, well I didn't account for you getting the robe of eyes back. Right.
You should have. Oh wow. I'll just smite her for that.
Sorry, I'm just controlling a whole world here. Don't mind me.
It's
Playing
okay.
God again,
I'll
eh?
forgive you this time.
Alright, so you
think I'm
guys
pretty
where
good
you
where I
are. You've casted light. Alright, just in the meantime, roll initiative. Let's do this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Light's just a
I-
torch basically, right?
Yeah, 20 foot.
And you shot it
Oh,
where your line of sight takes
Please
you.
don't fail me.
I don't get my fair instinct either because I was asleep. God damn it, why'd you not make me?
And as the bolt of light
Because I don't
clangs,
know you.
as the bolt of light clangs against the stone, you see a large purple, long creature with several legs approaching, and it's kind of roars and screeches at the same time. It's like this strange creature, and boom, there it is.
Do I
Oh, shit.
recognize it?
Ah, it's a
Not only
fucking
that,
dragon.
as that one screeches, you hear a secondary one coming from the other side,
Sweet.
and they're
It's a
going
purple
to
dragon.
initiative.
Do I know if that classifies as a beast?
Oh, what's going on?
Descend in order. 2, nice Garv.
As annoying as well because I don't get my advantage because I was asleep.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
yeah. At this point, no one woke you or you shut up
No.
or
I-
Criv.
I don't need to sleep as much. I don't know what
Yeah.
or how long it took.
Yeah, I'll say you're still up. Garv, however, you probably like stir. I'll just say you're prone on the start of your turn.
That's fine.
That's the
Why did I have to roll a 23? Fuck's sake.
Alrighty, Isha, you're up first as these purple draconic creatures are crawling on the walls and start running toward you guys.
Draconic, did you say?
They look draconic.
You did say we could move and position ourselves before we begin.
Nope, too late.
Ah, gee. Okay.
I said that before you knew what was
Yeah.
coming.
It's fine. Eh.
Oh, let's change for the Twitch viewers. Oh, one of them.
Oh, one of them.
Hi, Twitch viewer.
Yep. Sometimes we
We
get
love you.
sometimes we get randos in the chat, and then I don't notice till the end of the. Oh, there is randos in the chat. What the fuck,
Holy fuck!
We did that!
Learn what they're
bro?
saying.
We
What
made
they're
it.
saying.
Is it Leo?
A lot of stuff. No, it's not.
God
Like,
damn.
hey,
Is
how
it
are
is it
you?
that goblin thing?
There's people talking to each other.
Oh my god, we've had more than one
Oh,
view.
Yeah.
I'm
Nani.
totally jumping on this. What are you?
Kappa's in
Nani.
the chat. Golden Kappa check.
Gaffer check.
That's our boy. We love you.
Anyway, I'll read that after we're done. I can't be arsed reading their chat. So, Isha, what are you doing here? Come on. Combat time.
I'm gonna attack.
Alright, go for it.
Yikes.
That's a miss, dog. That's a hit.
Hey.
Blah, 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 12 points of piercing damage. You
Oh,
as it rears back from the bolt of light on the ground, you get it square in the shoulder, one of its shoulders.
where is this one?
Okay, you fired
That one.
twice. What are you putting that on the that arrow you just landed with?
Yep.
Okay, so was it strength save? How strong are these things? Pretty fucking strong.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, 20. It rolled a 20, dirty 20, so it saves. It still takes the poison damage though, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't have the
Minus
effect on it.
Cool.
on
Yeah,
the last
a bunch of the
arrow.
vines like grasp around it, and it strains with all its arms and rips them all apart.
Yikes.
That's a hit. 9 damage. Got it. Is that you?
And I switch back to my shield as a pawn.
Okay. These things turns, which I think you can see their names.
Can't.
Nope.
Oh, you
Nope.
can. Oh, I,
I,
didn't know
I
that.
want to though.
Purple
Uh,
centipede dragon.
What does this do? I need to see what it does again. Okay, so... Oh, okay.
Centipede thing, so fully more than dragon.
So this one approaches first.
That's not cool.
Wait, how much movement do they have? Oh boy, they have a lot.
They have lots of legs.
Okay,
Ah, no!
Oh my lord.
this one runs, bypassing Isha, seemingly not noticing him.
Wow. Literally.
can't see me.
I think you
He's
guys know what's
sneaking.
coming here.
That's a line of fire over there.
Bite and 3,000 claw.
Deck saves?
Okay,
shit.
so I'm going to
No.
need Kriv, Epkiss, and Garv to make a dex save, and
Shit.
I need Adhara and Bosner to make a dex save. All of you except Isha.
Mm, would,
Top one's Krev.
no, George, since I'm pro.
no.
Oh,
Oh, but it's 0!
I'm gonna give them.
Because, that,
Yep. Go ahead. What are you saying?
because I'm pro and danger sense, it might just be a normal roll. Like, I won't be at like.
Oh,
going
you.
first.
Oh, you're prone. I think you automatically fail dex saves.
Wait,
No,
I
don't think.
set the page.
Oh,
I can roll.
Jesus Christ.
Danger sense. You have advantage on dex saves against effects that you can see, such as traps or spells. If you're blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. Sure, you'll have advantage. Okay, why not?
before we do anything, I'ma just that one.
Inspiration point, Jordan.
Uh,
I'm using it.
yeah, okay, sure.
17 from you.
Okay. Alright,
Again! That's like
I got 19.
okay. We got some numbers coming up here. Okay.
How much damage? Just tell me the fucking damage.
Yeah, I'm working it out. Okay, so the one that shot through Garv, Epkiss, and Kriv, what were your save rolls? What did you get?
17.
3.
15.
The
Kriv is
DC's... The DC... Okay, so Epkiss is the only one who saves. Holy shit. You guys take
Dead boys.
76 points of lightning damage.
Oh,
Lightning.
Lightning.
Yep. It shoots, as it rears back, a beam of lightning shoots out from its mouth. No,
Rip.
Bosner, you don't
Rip.
take that. Bosner and Atara, you don't take that. I'm rolling separate
Okay,
for you.
that's fine.
That's
Crib's
one
down.
beam. Yeah. Wait, what's Crib's max hit points?
61 or something.
Alright, cool, never mind.
He's down, he's not dead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. For Adara and Bosner, Ipkiss, you were halved, by the way. That's 76 halved. Because you saved.
So 70,
So 35, 6, 7, 8, 38.
38, right?
Yep. Meanwhile, Bosner and Adara, if you didn't save, what were your
What was it?
I've
saves?
got 19.
Okay, Adara saves, Bosner doesn't. So Adara, you take 30 points of lightning, and Bosner, you take 60.
Holy shit.
As
That's
they
a
just
lot, man.
fucking lightning beams, and
Okay.
Ipkiss's turn. These things look hungry.
So do I.
Let me work out a fucking radius here for a second. Yeah, right, I'm gonna throw a fireball at the big fucking boy over here.
The big boy.
Attaboy, use that spell slot.
Listen, I just got chunked. Damn right I'm using it. Yeet. Casting it at 5th level.
Ooh,
Okay.
As you do.
I've seen this before. This led to genocide.
So this led to me knocking out Boston. Why do I always roll?
Oh shit, were you throwing this fireball?
Here. So 20-foot
Oh,
radius.
so just to hit the one up top then.
Yeah.
Okay, so he needs to make a dex save. Dex save? He rolls a 21 dirty.
Fucking hell.
So 3, 4, 5, 35, 15, 16, 17. Alright. So
Yeah, that's it for me. I got nothing.
boom, it blows up behind it, but it manages to curl up into a ball first, bracing itself. Adara, your turn.
Okay, my action is to use blight at the closest one to me, so that one.
Okay. The one that's hurt. Got it.
Yeah, so I'm going to use
con save. And it takes damage. Damn.
Damn!
Con save 21. So does it take half damage or what?
let me read.
Take half as much on the successful one. Yep.
12.
Necromancy energy washes over a creature of your choice that you can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. The target must succeed on a constitution save. The target takes 8d8 necrotic damage on a fail save and half as much on a successful.
Okay.
So
Yep,
it takes
half.
half.
Alright, it took half.
And I'm going to use 2 of my balm dice on Bosna's son.
Okay.
So that is check. Doesn't say what kind. 2d6.
Alright. So Crib's getting these hit points back. 8.
How many does he get?
8.
8.
8 hit points.
Okay. He has
Just
the,
enough to dies next time.
he has the boots of
And
being
my-
prone.
Yep.
My movement is that I'll fly 10 feet up and then I'll move over there
Okay. Bosner, you're up.
in the corner.
Cool. Bosner's going to move to about here. And he's going to cast.
Help.
Is he? Is he?
He's going to cast Destructive Wave and
Oh,
Channel
no.
Divinity as well. Should be able to. So I'm going to cast a level 7.
Okay, level 7 from a 30-foot radius, yeah, this spell. Got it.
So it does. Wait a minute, is that right? You can do that at level 7, I think, yeah?
It should
Yeah, the
tell
extra
you.
D6 radiant and D6 fat. What the hell? I'm sure I just read that. Maybe not.
Destruction.
You may not be able to. Let me read. Spells.
Oh, maybe not.
Destructive wave, level 5. It says,
No,
yeah,
that's just it.
there isn't a higher level cast.
Oh.
That would be OP as well.
Oh yeah.
That's OP. You know what? Right, okay, can I do a different spell?
Sure,
Because I want to use my level 7 spell.
sure.
It's weird, I've had some saying, so I need to use it.
Firestorm.
Okay, what is the spell? I'm not familiar.
I get to. How do you drop it in the chat?
DC 21, excuse me?
That's DC 17. I don't know why it does that. Half of them. A storm made of sheets of roaring fire appears in a location you choose within range. The area of the storm consists of up to 10 10-foot cubes which you can arrange as you wish.
Alright.
Each cube must have at least one face adjacent to the face of another cube. Each creature in the area must make a dex save. Yada yada yada.
So both of them make a dex save.
7d10 fire damage. So I'm going to draw out some cubes. How long does this last? This lasts. Oh, it just lasts for 1 round. So I kind of position them.
I get it. You get them both.
Yeah, yeah, both like kind of wall up here.
So they
shit
take
for the damage.
5d6
Yeah, that-
thunder
that
and 5d6 radiant or necrotic, so it's 10d6 each.
No, sorry, they take.
Oh no, that's
a
destructive wave.
Yeah, sorry. They take 26 fire
26.
damage if they
If they don't say.
fail
Got it.
DC 17. I don't know why the fuck it comes up. DC 17.
Oh, that one fails. This one on the bottom. Fails. They both fail. 26 points. Damn. Big damage.
Right, and just a wee cure wounds or healing word, sorry, on the lad.
Alright.
Level 2.
It's his turn and he's prone. Meanwhile, Garv's on the ground like, oh, what the fuck?
It's like, I have been hurt.
Yeah. The lasers. It grazed you good.
When you get woken up from your nap and fucking beamed.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
It's very rude. Go,
Okay.
Krev, go. Go,
Yeah,
Krev, go.
just fucking.
I
thinking.
believe.
So. Rev is going to. He's going to run. To here.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Oh my, he's going in.
It's like, I'm up, and I'm going, ah, fuck, this is gonna. And he will use a superiority die as his action. Where is it? To do the commanding strike thingy. So, Isha can shoot.
Alright, you force Isha to shoot.
Force Isha,
Well-
yeah, force.
Yeah. Isha,
A stabby. I have my toothpick out.
you get to use your reaction to no, you were firing arrows a second ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I use my bonus to switch.
Oh,
Oh, really? Oh, fuck off.
okay. So yeah, you got a sword.
Next to the other one.
No, but you're next to it, yeah.
No, you can add a d8 to it, I think, or some shit.
You can add a d8 to it, yeah, you get to
So
plus
roll
1
to
d8.
hit plus d8. Oh, to the
To,
damage. Sorry.
To damage, yeah.
To the hit D8, like, sure.
Alright, roll to hit.
20.
Hits. Damage plus a d8.
You want me to roll it?
23, yeah, go ahead. 23,
20.
5, 6, 7, 8, 20. Got it.
And okay,
Sorry, what your damages your fireball with one fucking swing?
One peck.
Anything
Okay.
else for crew?
yeah, he's going to second wind,
Okay.
Oh,
Roll your
here
hit
we go,
points.
fire spells.
Garv, you're up next. Get ready.
so he gets some.
Garv is going to stand up.
Yep.
And he's going to rage.
Yep.
And then he's going to whack this boy in front of him.
Okay.
Not reckless.
You have the skull of raging. Go ahead and whack.
Oh!
Damn.
Real critical.
Boom.
Okay.
So, as two-handed, so that's 13, and then how many critical did I get? I think I get 2.
Don't know what that is, but sure.
Additional weapon damage die. Oh no, I only get one extra, so it's an extra d10
Plus your rage.
plus my rage, so that's another 3. So add.
Oh.
Add 13 to that, Jordan.
Oh god, nice.
26.
Alright.
And then I get a hit again.
Yeah.
It's the best part.
Whack. Whack number 2.
Whack.
Whack.
Hits.
I take it they aren't giant.
Nope.
So 7.
Got
Oh
it.
wait, 10 because I had my rage
Okay.
modifier.
10. Is that you? Start hacking away at it. You just get up and rage, and all the flames start bursting from your body. Your ashen white skin turns red. And you start just slashing away at it, hacking left and right. It starts to rear up, and you can see the lightning crackling in its mouth once more.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, oh no.
I'm going to pivot round it actually, so I've got 20 movement away.
No.
I'm just
One
gonna
more,
visit
one
it.
more. Please go one more.
Don't make me choose! In fact, no, I'm going there.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh no.
Is that
No,
you?
don't go there. Idiot.
Well, if I go there,
Oh
how
my
many
god,
can
is
see
that
me?
your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Isha, go.
Okay, what does it take to coat my sword in poison? Bonus or action?
That'll take an action.
Okay, I'll just flank this dude. Can I flank this dude?
That won't count as a proper flank. You need to be directly opposite to someone
Well, yeah,
that's engaged
if I
with.
move in. Like
No,
there.
I mean, it's not really engaged with.
Say just smack the fuck out of him. Must be.
Sure, you have advantage.
Yay. We're going Super Saiyan.
Okay.
I'll...
Over the loss of
Yeah.
my hit points.
So that's...
Avenge them.
Yeah. You're just gonna stab him a few times.
Hit. Okay.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, the height.
16,
Seems pretty hard.
22, 5, 6, 7, 27. Yep.
Just fire a thing.
15. Okay. Yep, you start slaying into it.
The second set of actions.
Yep. You could take an additional action on top of your regular action. You only get one extra attack from that.
Yeah, but he gets a multi attack.
Yeah. I use the attack. I use the action as the attack action.
And now you.
Fighters are pretty balanced.
They are when you give them mind rapiers. Oh.
The first miss. Hit on me.
I mean, you've cut the rest of its legs off. I think it's pretty hard.
With that final, with that last blow, you actually finish it off.
Which last one?
The last blow you
Yes.
landed. 20.
Was that the one that looked like it was going to breath attack again?
Yep.
They all look like that. Yikes.
And that's why I pivoted round the pillar to try and avoid
Are
that
you done?
situation.
Yeah. I mean, wait, that was...
Oh, you've got no bonus because you used action surge.
No,
a
that's-
bonus,
Oh, you still got a bonus.
is it?
Should I?
Ah,
You don't get a
Dave
bonus
should be
action
our
from
pal.
action surge.
No, you get
I
one
haven't
bonus
used it
action.
yet.
Alright.
Well,
No, I
if-
thought that. Oh, sweet.
Sir, just take your turn. Come on. I don't want
if
this fight
technically-
to last the whole night. Please.
technically that didn't hit with the 11, so I could use 2 more. Nah, fuck it.
You used
It's
the
me,
attack
done.
action already. So.
It's me. Done. Don't look at me angrily.
Um. I need to roll. What is it? D6. What the fuck is it?
Is this a D6 to see if it gets his breath back or see if it explodes?
To see he dies first.
I'm 10 feet off the floor, by the way.
Don't think that would matter.
Just as a
Retroactively.
gentle
Sure you
reminder.
are. Okay. It's gonna go to Bosner.
Oh damn!
Oops.
Bring it.
Inside Bosnia.
And it's going to multi-attack. It goes to bite you. Oh wait, what's this?
If anything hits Jordan, I'm going to Spirit Shield him.
It makes one bite attack.
Wait a minute.
You can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 2d6. Okay, cool.
Oh, it's 3d6 because I'm level 10.
Alright, 3d6. Okay, so he goes to bite you. The bite misses. I'm assuming your AC is higher than 18.
Yep. Well, no, it is 18.
Oh, okay, so he bites you. Dealing 25 points of piercing, reduced by 3d6.
Thank fuck for that.
13.
Somebody worked it out.
Okay,
What is it? 12 points.
No, 13.
No, no.
Oh, alright,
Yeah.
it then slinks around you and starts constricting you with its body.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's,
Death by sneezing.
it's like here.
Oh, it fits.
Maybe rotate it 180 degrees so it's not on a pillar.
Target is
Close and
grappled.
personal.
I'm just gonna say it's constricting you, but it's
Yeah,
tokens here. It's constricting you. You take another 23 points of damage,
Oh, fucking hell, really?
Yeah.
Ouch. That's,
and you need to make a. Oh no, you're just grappled. It just grapples you. You don't even get to check. Just make a save.
yeah.
Okay. So you have the wrench of grappledness. Epkiss, you're up.
Kill it.
grapple
Kill
hook.
it.
Wait, so what's the crack with me moving? If it, I'm assuming that it's like in grappling with him. If I move next to it, it's still getting an attack opportunity.
Well, right. Jordan, can you put it where it was, like on top of me, but just rotate it like 180 degrees? So that it looks kind of. Just so it's
Not
not
on top of the
like
pillar.
that. Looks better. Eh?
Perfect. Good crew.
He's like,
Hello.
hey guys.
So if I move, is it still going to take a swipe at me, or is it busy with Bosner?
You don't know.
No, fuck off.
Look how many legs it's got. Of course it's going to take a swipe at you.
Fuck it. Ah.
Eldritch Blast.
Alright. He's gonna chomp at you as you run away. You take 20 points of piercing.
Absolutely. Sure.
And you're down.
You aren't down, are you?
Alright. No, I'm not done.
Alright, cool.
Yes.
Broadside. Pew pew pew.
Alright. Hits. 14 force. Got it. Right. 11 force. Alright.
Right, this is going to be a reach. Can I push it against the thing without
No, you're
damaging
going to kill
Bosner?
me.
Do you want to push it?
No.
Okay.
Pillar's gonna crush us.
25 hits. 8 force.
Oh,
Cool. Blast, blast, blast. Yeah, you found the hammer.
why even bother with Fireball?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine I don't use spell slots.
No, Fireball's
there's
more
more.
for like a bunch of smaller mobs.
Yeah.
It's not for big
I'm not-
creatures.
I'm not getting anything big single
Yeah,
target yet.
you need to
How
learn
many,
how
how
to
many
just
spell slots you got anyway?
3.
Oh, you
Three.
got 3
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
I thought you had 2.
Yeah, I got 3.
Damn.
No, because I leveled up. I
Nice.
get one at
Is that you?
11th level. Yeah, it's me.
Cool. Adara, you're up.
Yeah, so my 2 bomb dice was now. So that's 2d6.
Okay. You're getting healed by your magic dream powers. Little sparklies fall down on your face.
They for me, yeah.
Yep.
That literally triple my hit points.
And
Damn.
I'll use another light on the creature.
Another what?
Blight.
Wait,
One and
what?
level
How?
four.
Oh, Blight.
What
Holy
action does this
fuck.
first thing
Light.
cost? This first thing you did must cost an action or something.
I'm pretty sure it's a bonus. It's not,
Bonus action.
Okay.
it's not last time it was a bonus.
Balanced.
Save. Con
It says
save.
it's a bonus.
It fails its con save, and you start draining the life from it. And it starts to shrivel up a bit, and Bosnia, you can feel its grip loosening on you.
And I'll fly another 10 feet off the ground.
Okay.
That's me.
Bosner, you're
Just going up,
restrained.
boy. You want to
I don't like these things.
Whack.
You are grappled,
Fuck.
so you can make an attack if you want, but it'll be disadvantage.
Yeah. No, I'm going to do. Ah, shit. I'm going to do a fucking destructive wave. I hate this thing.
Okay.
So I will do it. And also, yeah, of course, I'm going to fucking channel divinity as well.
Okay, it's fucking dead. You just literally, you get angry, your eyes light up with thunder and lightning, you go blue, and you just like explode with this thunderous energy, and literally blow this thing into pieces.
Hot diggity
All
damn.
over the
Ah,
place.
2 of the damage. So we got, what was that? 45 on a failed save. Yay.
Yeah, he had like, how many hit points did he have? 14.
Sweet.
So yeah, you got
Yeah.
him, for sure.
Hog.
Alright. Combat's ended. You guys
Fucking hell.
amidst
That done a lot of damage very quickly. Specifically.
Oh,
yeah, laser
I want
beams.
to loot the bodies, Jordan.
Okay, they don't exactly have
Can we
pouches on
finish
them.
our long rest now?
I want to take some scales off them.
Sure, make a survival check.
Yeah, they interrupt our long rest.
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
Yep.
These
Yep.
motherfuckers.
They did.
That's why I'm taking their
Halfway.
skin.
Uh,
This is all because you were reading your book.
14, you're struggling to... They've got these big plates, they aren't like dragon scales. They're like these lateral plates, that almost like a armadillo type deal.
So it's not a beast.
So you can't really rip any of them off with that 14.
God damn it.
It's not a beast, it's a monster.
We're all monsters in this game.
Am I right?
You can make a nature check. I suppose. You have no idea. You're like, wow, these things are...
Things.
they're cool.
They're quite.
Purple things.
What about its teeth? Can I take a teeth? A tooth?
Sure. I'll say with that survival, you can go for harvest some teeth. I'll say you managed to break off a few of its teeth. You have 3. They're called behirs. So just put 3 behir teeth.
Damn.
Should we finish our long rest now?
Is the coast clear? First we must look. And I look, Jordan.
Sure. Perception check.
+5.
+5.
Yes.
16. You're looking around the vicinity. You come out of this little alcove that you're in, into the wider area, and from what you can see, it looks clear.
And I give the group the thumbs up as I come back.
I'm just gonna sit back down, keep reading the book.
I go back over and I'm fucking.
I move the body out of the way because I'm
Yes, I'll finish my watch.
Okay. I
Please tell me
I
I
take-
get a
I
long
t-
rest after this. That fucking killed me.
you anything else you guys want to do?
Sleep.
No.
Okay.
Did I finish my rest, or am I gonna benefit from this?
If you guys continue to rest for the rest of the night here, yeah, you'll get a long rest.
Yeah.
Rest.
Alright.
Garv rest.
Get my spells back and
Yeah, you
my
guys
stuff.
complete the long rest just fine, and you figure you're about you're closing in on Blingdenstone. You're just under a day's travel away.
Right. So we're meeting Grin at a farmhouse outside the city.
Now, is this Grin
Who is
combative? Would I
Grin?
be ready?
Oh fuck.
How should I interact with him? Should I be, rough? Or should I be gentle with him? Like a father? That's not my father.
He's just a guy. Just be normal. He's helping us find. He's helping us banish demons, right? That's all you need to know.
That's all, that's fine. I just want to know if he's a friend, if he's like, just a neutral. That's all.
Yeah, he's vaguely a friend. Let's go with that.
Okay. I will treat him as such.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you guys managed to travel, just Garv or whoever's leading the way. One last survival check.
Survival of the fittest.
Wants to make it?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Well lost.
Every check I've made that's been important. It's been doubles.
Use your inspiration.
I used it already.
Ah, you fucking.
Okay.
Ah!
Okay.
Oh.
We go back to the clove.
1 week.
You guys,
Wake up.
you
We
guys,
were so close.
you guys get turned around, and Garv gets you lost for just about the whole day. And as you're traveling off the beaten path, you see a strange black tower as you approach the unknown emptiness of the Underdark.
Is this Blinding Stone? I see a tower up ahead.
Let me just give you a description here.
Is evil Rush?
So the Palantir, a black tower. What's happening next? The Nazgul.
Fuck.
Fucking, this is a Stephen King novel, guys. The Dark Tower. Hope you enjoyed that series because it's fucking.
Oh, here we are.
2 towers.
Okay, you see,
Fucking pick yourself up.
Oh, don't even bring Tolkien into this.
you see that currently, you're coming through these like vaulted chambers, riddled with like stalactites and stalagmites. It slows you down a bit as you start making your way through these uneven floors. You guys are suspicious that Garv has got you lost,
Sweats and
and
nervous.
you're like hours are passing by, and you're figuring like what the fuck we should at least be seeing some modicum of civilization, some cobbled floor, something, but you aren't seeing anything. Instead, moving through some narrow passages now, you enter a cavern dimly lit by all this fungus, and you're met with the sight of this dark metal tower perched on the edge of some cliff, which is, it drops into darkness beyond. This tower is about 20 feet on the side and 30 feet high. It's got these arrow slits in each wall, and you can see there's some kind of battlement on top, or balcony of sorts. And
I'll
you're just
slowly
and there's this
go
wall. There's
towards the back of the party.
yeah, there's a wall either side of it, like dilapidated and broken, and you can tell this is just a tower. This is definitely not some kind of city or entrance to some kind of city, at least not on the surface.
Since Garth has seen very little civilization, he's like,
Hmm.
Blinding Stone.
I don't think so, Garth.
I'm like, it's a building.
Is there light coming from it?
Nope.
There's not light inside.
The tribe of Blinding Stone must be inside. Surely.
And at this point, you basically come, like, Garv's led you all the way through these winding caverns, and it's led you to this cliff's edge where there's towers upon it, and it's just like a ravine of infinite darkness, it seems like, beyond, like, dead end, essentially, and you're gonna have to backtrack.
Like, are we at, like, the next to this tower, or, like...
you're slightly back, but you can see.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see anything strange coming from the tower or rising from the tower?
Okay, so you're checking the top of the tower. Sure, make a perception check.
16.
16. 1 second. Yeah, you look up on the top of the tower and you don't see anything weird. It's hard to tell, you're a little distance away, but it's dark.
Is there a visible entrance to this tower?
There looks...
Are we that far?
You're not that far that you can't see. You can see the arrow slits dotted around it. But there does appear to be some kind of door.
Don't like the looks of it.
Yeah, I think we should keep moving.
Shall we go and explore?
You go.
You can
Val.
look at each other. Really.
I'll wait for you here.
Crib's like, on you go, son.
How tall is it? 30 feet.
Bit beyond that probably. Bit higher than that.
Think about the treasure, boys. The unclaimed treasures.
He's right.
You
I
go,
have
worry.
a
Val.
lot of treasure. What if
Don't
you come
forget.
across that merchant again? I don't have any gold to spend on his wonderful items. I am with you, friend.
Thank you, brother. Anyone else?
I'll watch you.
It's the people of Blinding Stone. This is where we're meant to meet this boy. Speak of Trin. Be fine. Don't worry.
I'm just gonna sigh and then walk up with them then. Can't believe we're fucking doing this.
Actually, we'll go up.
I'll watch you from
No,
afar
for
with my eyes.
Jesus.
And I guess
the dog senses
the
something.
young door.
Okay. Everyone's talking at once. What'd you say? You go up to the door? Wait, what's going on? Are you guys actually approaching?
No, I'm trying to talk with fucking.
Nope. I'm
I
watching
am.
from afar with the young door.
Okay, you approaching. Crib's hanging back and like way back.
Garvis of Isha.
Okay. So Garv, Isha, and Adara, you guys are all going first.
No, I said I stay with the young door.
You're staying back.
It's Epicus that's
Oh,
walking up.
okay. Sorry, all tieflings look the same.
Oh, right.
What's Bosner doing?
Not much.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Chilling with his son, playing some
I guess.
catch.
I guess Abkis is muted. It's
Yeah,
writing on
I
the
think it
chat.
was.
Okay.
His dog is murdering people in the background.
Basically.
Hey, bring the dog.
Okie dokie. So, you guys approach and you see, as you sort of investigate around the tower, the side you can see, Yeah, there's a sturdy looking door at the front of it. It looks like it's made of the same dark metal as the rest of the tower. Big double doors.
Big dark metal.
Yeah. Is there like any insignias on the door, Jordan?
Completely blank.
But do we knock? Is that customary for Blinding Stone?
I try and push you open. I'm gonna try and push you open.
Okay.
I help him then.
Okay.
As soon as I see him, I will help.
I'm just gonna stand here watching.
Do it. What role do you want?
Okay. Give me a dex save, both of you.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, that's the normal dex. That's not what I need. Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Is this a danger sense or is this?
Nope.
Is this a danger sense?
Oh, yikes.
It is
This
not
is
a
a
dangerous
oh.
sense. You did not see this coming.
Inspiration,
Seen that
please.
Okay. Use your
Does this
inspiration.
include me? Because I was just kind of sitting there watching.
Nah, they two put their hands on it.
Ooh, okay. Well, not that much better, but
Okay. As you both lay hands to get ready to push, you feel the magical resonance, a hum, with a flash of blue energy blasting you back, immense force. You both take 130 points of force damage.
yikes.
And
Ow.
you see these runes.
130.
Yeah. You guys failed your dex save, so it never got halved.
Garth knocked it.
I run over and I cast Cure Wounds on both of them.
Okay. Are you both unconscious?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
What do you think?
you give them the hit points.
Wait. Let me just. Okay.
Remember, we just did a full rest. We're all full HP. Or
Oh
long
no!
rest,
Oh
sorry.
no! I have the most HP. There's no way he's alive if I'm on.
I
No,
can
but
try one more time.
No, I thought we're all. Was it?
Oh wait, no! I've got Relentless Rage.
You get +4 to that.
Wait, I don't have Relentless Rage. Ignore that. I'm not raging. I'll be raging when I wake up.
Someone gets 8 and someone gets 5.
Okay, so you run
I
over,
died
you take
actually.
6 seconds to heal one of them. I need one. Okay, who do you heal first?
Me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Isha, make a death save.
Can I roll again because of Indomitable?
Nah.
Yikes.
Are you dead?
Oh, cold, yeah.
No, are you?
Roll
Do you have-
roll me a death save. If you fail, then you take. Okay, you're fine. I was gonna say you take a point of exhaustion if you failed. So, that's why I cared who's getting healed first. So Bosner takes 6 seconds, heals up Garv first. Garv, you're jerked yourself awake, and then Isha, you wake up.
What the hell was that?
Evgas, you see on the door these blue runes. You've never seen anything like them before, and you've seen a lot of runes in your time. They sizzle away, almost. Yeah, they sizzle away in the smoke and get burnt away from the door gradually.
It's probably
there
safe to
any,
touch now.
Is there any like rocks on the ground?
Sure.
Like rubble?
Sure, there is. Yeah, there's
Like
plenty
throw
of
a
like.
stone at the wall.
Sure, it just at the wall.
Just at the area they pushed.
Okay, you just hear clink as a rock hits the door.
I think this tower wants me to knock it down.
Oh yeah, sure.
I think this
go
tower
touch
just
it,
knocked you down, dummy.
It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't know what it's done to me.
I'll shout from afar. I don't like the looks of it. Can we just go?
I look at you, Shall
Shall we-
like.
Shall we
treasure.
listen? Life. The demons. Shall we? Fuck the tower.
Yeah. Good idea, that.
I mean, you're more than welcome to touch it again and get blown up, but
I'll stand over here. You guys can go touch it one at a time. How about that? I'll just heal you as you land.
If you convince God, God will not touch door anymore.
I'm glad it took a little bit convincing. Fair enough. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although I feel like we've just passed the worst bit and we're just leaving.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are cowards.
Well, you're welcome to touch it again.
Yet.
Is the door open?
Well, no, I threw like the runes burned away from it, I think.
Ah, okay.
And I threw a rock at it, and then nothing happened.
Okay.
Can you see any other runes on the door?
Who's got hit points?
Can I see it? I've got. Do we not have full HP? 'Cause the rest of
Yeah. But who's got 100?
Jordan.
Isn't second
I've
wind
got
like a
81.
thing you have to do in battle?
Nah, you think you just do it? I don't know.
That seems weird.
Okay.
Just like. Yeah.
It takes a bonus action.
I mean, I have full HP. I have 81 hit points.
Go for it. You go. I'll heal you.
Alright.
I believe.
Jedi, what's
I can
up?
revive you if you die.
Right, I've got inspiration.
We
Okay.
have the diamonds.
Right. My quarterstaff, I'm going to get closer and touch the end with my quarterstaff.
Touch the end of the door.
Yeah.
You attempting to push it open?
Baby steps.
What's
Baby
the-
steps.
Okay,
The occasional.
make a strength check.
Oh, fucking
You're
hell.
probably gonna say a deck save, right?
Yeah. It's just normal
Make
strength.
Strength check.
It's happening.
Eh.
Oh, Jesus.
You're pushing with a staff, but your brittle wee arms can't get it open.
No, I'm just going for the tap. I'm just seeing fucking
Oh, you-
maneuver the
Oh,
door.
sorry. Oh, you tapped the door with the staff. Nothing seems. You're giving it wee taps and you're like recoiling and angst. But I mean, nothing seems to be happening. As you
Jordan,
Yo.
you said it was broken on the side.
There's walls like coming off of it, and the walls have crumbled. This looks like a old dilapidated.
Can I fly up to where the walls is broken and see if I can see inside? Like from a fair distance, like 10 feet at least.
Wait, you want to fly up to the wall or the top of the tower?
Where the wall is broken.
Okay, you fly up. What are you looking for?
I don't know anything that
I mean, it is, weirdly
is
enough,
inside.
the wall looks stone. The tower itself is metal, but
Can I keep flying up
okay, you keep flying up.
to the top?
Yep.
I'm gonna give the door a little
Make a
nudge
perception
with my
check.
foot.
Can I just down one of these bad boys in the meantime?
21.
Why 21?
Hell, alright.
Because she has the
I've
hammer.
got the chain.
Okay, but it's counteracted by it being pitch black.
But she also has the rope.
Okay, then 15.
Okay.
Her argument.
You fly up. It looks like there's these battlements up top. There's something on the top of the tower, you can't make it out. Something in the center, and there appears to be some old looking sort of statuettes or something.
I don't see any living thing.
Nothing's like moving or anything. You don't see anything in particular.
Okay. I'll fly back down and so
Meanwhile, Epkiss is just like tapping the door.
I'm gonna give it a little nudge with my foot and see if that reacts.
I don't know.
Okay, you
We're
go
going-
up and
If we're
start.
going physical contact, we're
You go up and touch it with your foot and start pushing against it. It doesn't explode on you, but
Huh.
it seems to take a little bit of muscle if you want to try and open it. But your foot makes contact with the door and it doesn't blow up yet.
Alright, good news, gentlemen. Door's not gonna blow up. Shall we open it?
Sure.
Yes.
Someone else though.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. And I'll fly 10 feet back
Come,
so that I'm 20 feet away from the tower.
Crib's way back and he's like, I'm just gonna hang over here. I don't think I would have lived if I took that hit.
Smart.
So he's away. He's actually starting up a campfire away from you guys. Getting cozy.
I can produce flame.
You okay? Yeah.
My owl is with Care.
Criv.
Crave.
So you guys
K1.
start opening it.
Maybe.
Do it. Do it.
Sure, shall we? Or am I
Do it.
doing it by myself?
I ain't touching.
I'll give you a hand.
Right.
So,
Let's do this. Slow and steady,
Windsor.
listening carefully. So you
I
can
see.
hear anything.
I say to him, don't take a step inside just in case you get blown up the way.
Wait. If they have rune or guard runes on the door, then they'll probably have them throughout the whole tower, meaning this is going to be pointless in the first place.
That's the coward's excuse.
No, it's
Unless they're trying to defend something.
if it's important enough, they'll defend it throughout the whole thing. They're seemingly invisible runes, where you just get blown up.
yeah.
I'll say, yeah, just do it. In the meantime, I'll flow away towards Crev.
Yeah, Crib's just sitting on a stone with the fire, and he's chomping on a bit of like dried meat.
Can I do my trick with arrow again?
Your trick with what?
Just cast light on it and
Oh,
fire
right.
it down the hallway.
Oh, so you try to open the door.
Oh, I thought we opened it. Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, we're being very precarious about it.
Yeah, we'll try open the door first. So we'll go do that.
I mean, there's little arrow
Okay.
slits. They're kind of high up. For a
I've never had it.
dwarf. But they're up to like head height on like Isha and Epkis and stuff. Normal human
Mhm.
height.
I say we try open this door first off. Yeah,
Okay, we'll open it up, see what's inside.
Okay, who opens it?
I
Both
open
of
it.
us.
Who's taking damage?
You guys push, and with your combined strength, you manage to creak the metal doors open without anything exploding.
Now we'll do the arrow trick.
Alright. As you open the door, you load a bolt in, and then chant it with the light cantrip, and it lights up your near vicinity, and you get ready to fire it in the darkness, and that's where we'll finish.
I knew it was coming.
It was tight.
It was protecting something, wasn't it?
We'll find out next week.
And Garv's at what? 10 hit points?
It might be a
8
guy.
hit points. 8 hit points. Fucking brilliant.
How much healed before?
I don't know. I think it was like. It's only
One.
5.
You healed
It's 5.
someone
You get
for
Five.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, he took the 5? Okay. Well, that's extra
No,
3
no.
hit points for me.
No, I took the 8.
No,
Oh,
you
you
said
took
you
what?
took the 5 now, so...
You said you heal first. You get the first one.
You've done Isha first.
Oh, God damn it.
It's recorded, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
What's,
extra
what's
3
the
hit
chat
points.
saying, Jordan? What's the chat saying?
Consult the replay.
That's not the replay.
What was the chat saying?
Two guys were just talking to each other. One of them comes into the chat and just says, "So," we had a few viewers actually. We had like 4 viewers or some shit.
What were their names?
Alka Beast and
Fancy.
Energetic Fox.
Yeah, never heard of them.
So one of them's just like, "So," and then the other one says, "Hey," and then the other Beast says, "Cough cough, how are you?" Blah blah. Blah. And they're just talking shit. One of them was at school. Blah blah blah.
Just looking for shit to do
And
at school.
he says 10 out of 10 sound effects and ASMR immersion. I don't know whose crisp beard I heard, but damn. And the other guy's like, "Do you play D&D?" And he's like, "Nope." And he says, "Oh, I do." He says, "I just like to hear and watch," or some shit. And then I guess his
Foyer.
oh, and then they say, "Whoa, not the dog. What face?" And then the other one says, "Are you familiar with any races?" And they're like, talking shit. Something about kobolds. They're talking about kobolds here. Then they're talking about dragon human race. I think that's when you were fighting the Behirs, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're
Sure.
talking about Tabaxi cat people, minotaurs. They're talking about different races in D&D. Then, one of them's like, "Hold on, be right back," and then the other one's like, "Oh shit, I disconnected," or some shit. And then I was like, "Oh."
Oh
Yeah.
shit, people are watching
Fair.
PogChamp.
Something on Critical Role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 18,000 more people to go.
We have like thousands of views on BitChute.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah. We got like thousands of views. We get like
Oh,
on average like I don't know, like 100 views an episode or something.
That's
Damn.
incredible.
It's crazy. I can't believe anyone watches.
Yeah, that's
too
shit.
many.
Yeah,
They must just watch the VODs then, what the fuck?
I wouldn't watch it.
I don't know. So anyway,
They just open out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Ooh, D&D!
it's
Oh,
Pokemon.
Yeah, I need to start putting like clickbait and shit. Get the views going.
You won't believe
Osmo does what?
Yeah. 10
You should
ways
just-
to kill your players.
You should just add a poll and see who dies first.
The title of this one should be Garv takes how much damage?